Entrees like the world-famous bacon wrap filet mignons, plus chicken breasts, sides, desserts, and so much more. As the grill master in my home, I can tell you those fillets cook to perfection. Omaha steaks are incredible and fully stocked and ready to ship right now. Achieve gifting greatness. Order the perfect gift package right now at omahasteaks.com and get 8 free burgers by entering Rome in the search bar. Perfectly aged, tender, and 100% guaranteed. I absolutely love Omaha Steaks. Go to omahasteaks.com and use the search word Rome.
Warren's Hot Dog Pizza, homemade lemonade.
Hey, Pirate Nation, are you ready for some Warren's hot dogs? Warren's Original Hot and Judy's Mild Sweet Chili Hot Dogs have been the official hot dog of sports fans for over 30 years. Pick up a tailgate special this football season of 10 or more hot dogs for only $1.50 each. Warren's in Greenville across from Ron Ayers Motorsports and the new Chocowinity location next to the fire department. Warren's Hot Dogs. Want some? Get some. Go Pirates.
The Buccaneer Music Hall is your beacon of music in the land of pirates in ENC. Open 7 days a week. Plus, the Buck has live music every night, along with football. The Buck has a brand new 15-foot 4K screen, the only one in Greenville, and over 18 big screens with all your college and pro action. Sunday Fun Day will also be stocked with the biggest Bloody Mary and Mimosa bar, along with the NFL Sunday Ticket and food trucks out back. Check out the Buccaneer Music Hall. Open every day, noon until 2 a.m., with live music every night, and now football and food trucks during the day.
In sports, if you think joy only happens after you win, think again. Look at the world's most successful athletes like Serena Williams, Brooks Koepka, and Alex Morgan. They don't spend all their days grinding away. They take time to enjoy themselves, like getting together with friends over a Michelob Ultra, because they know that happiness is the key to winning, and that joy is the whole game, not just the end game. Michelob Ultra. 95 calories, 2.6 grams of carbs. It's only worth it if you enjoy it. Enjoy responsibly. AB Michelob Ultra Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Pizza. What you got there, Dad? Oh, man, the new Bacon Mania lineup from Papa John's. Oh, it's the triple bacon pizza, topped with full strips of bacon. Woo, that smell of bacon through the house has everyone showing up. And I mean everyone. It's the season of bacon at Papa John's. Better ingredients, better pizza.
This year, US Cellular's making a big deal out of the holidays. You can choose any phone from any brand free. That's right, any phone you see in our store is free. And get unlimited data for our best price of the season. Just $30 a month per line with 4 lines. Feel the locally grown joy from US Cellular, America's locally grown wireless. Limited time offer. Terms apply. See uscellular.com for details.
This is Brandon Tate, owner and operator of Atlantic Wireless, an authorized agent for US Cellular since 1997. Visit atlanticwireless.com to find the store near you. We go beyond the call.
Hey, Pirate fans, Derek Pizzeni from Carolina Wealth Management. Are you a fiduciary? That's a question every investor should ask their advisor. A fiduciary is an individual who acts in the best interest of a particular person or beneficiary. Is your advisor a fiduciary? You should know it's your money. At Carolina Wealth Management, we do things differently from other investment firms. To learn more about the benefits of working with a fiduciary advisor, visit mycarolinawealth.com. That's mycarolinawealth.com.
Every team knows that the 2-point play can be a winning move. That's why I'm here. State Farm agent Timothy Sawyer and my team are here to help you go for 2 by combining your home and auto insurance. It's a great call that saves you time and money. So go for the win and score some savings by combining your home and auto. It's just another way we're here to help life go right. Call me, Timothy Sawyer, at 493-0002 today.
This is Dr. Christopher McDowell from Orthopedics East and Sports Medicine Center. Our practice has been caring for athletes at ECU and the residents of Eastern North Carolina for more than 35 years. Whether it's treatment for your sports injury or it's time for that joint replacement, Orthopedics East provides the latest in operative and non-operative orthopedic care. We also offer on-site physical therapy and MRI services. For experience and professional care, call us at 757-BONE or visit us online at orthoeast.com. Go Pirates!
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington. The following is an exclusive presentation of Pirate Radio, the voice of the pirate nation. Welcome to Pirate Radio Live.
You can paint this with purple.
Now live from the Pirate Radio studios in the heart of the Pirate Nation, here is your host, Clip Brock.
All right, it is a Friday, a treasure chest Friday, a football Friday, and we are here with you on Pirate Radio Live on Pirate Radio 92.7 FM in Greenville, 104.1 in Washington. You can find us on 1250 and 930, also online, pr927fm.com, and watch the program on Facebook Live and on YouTube. That is how you get involved in the program. You can chime in there. Leave a question, comment, concern, birthday, anniversary, whatever you got. Here on a Friday, we will talk a lot of football on today's show. Tony Dunn will be here at 4 o'clock to preview NFL Week 14. Man, I'm already feeling a little bit of sports depression when you think about tomorrow. You got Army-Navy at 3. You got some FCS playoff games, but it's going to be our first Saturday in a long time without wall-to-wall college football. I hope everybody is prepared. CJ's mic isn't on, which is a good thing because he's already trying to talk. We don't need that to happen.
That hurts a lot.
What hurts the most is being so close.
Love that song.
I was once told.
That was great.
So just get that in mind. Maybe have some plans. Maybe go golfing like a certain someone I know.
Who?
You. Maybe hang out with the fam and do some Christmas stuff around the house. Probably be doing some of that.
Like you?
Yeah. Or find other hobbies or things to do because that football fix will not quite be there on Saturday as it has been all the way since back in late August, early September. We will talk NFL with Tony Dunn at 4 o'clock. Before that, Mark Greenhell's Golf Shop Radio Show joins us at around 3:45, and coming up in about 20 minutes, Brian North will be on as we get you ready for the high school state championship games going on tonight and this weekend, including J.H. Rose. Good luck to the Rampants as they take on Dudley tonight, 7 o'clock in Chapel Hill. Also, Morgan Ahlers, voice of Dowdy Ficklin Stadium and Minges Coliseum, will join us to talk Pirate Hoops, Pirate Football coming up at 5 o'clock. And, oh, yeah, we got to make you a winner. We'll open up the Pirate Radio Treasure Chest coming up in hour number 3 as well. We've got Shirley Rhodes.
Yo.
CJ Schaefer.
Hello.
And Chandler Honeycutt here right now joining me inside the Pirate Radio studios. CJ, you tried to speak earlier. You could not due to modern technology and on switches, off switches, that confusing stuff. So what were you trying to say?
Oh, I was just trying to say it felt like the football season went by so fast, at least college-wise. Regular season's gone.
It always happens that way. We wait forever, and then we beg for it to slow down.
Mm-hmm. I feel like I just listened to that guy tell you, how are we going to go to Marshall win a football game?
Yeah.
That was
after the South Carolina game.
I can't remember that gentleman's name, but he had the 7 damn gaps.
Joe.
Where's Joe?
7 damn gaps.
Where's Larry? Where's Gary? I always wonder what these guys do when ECU's winning and they don't call into the show. Do they listen to the show? Are they listening and fuming because they can't call in and complain about a loss and 7 damn gaps? I don't know.
You know what I call those people?
Fair weather idiots.
That was good.
That was good in stereo.
Fair weather idiot.
But I get it. I mean, we have some people call win or lose. We got those folks. It's a Venn diagram, if you will. They're in the middle. They're calling win, loss. We have certain people that only call after wins.
Almost a circle right there.
And say, where the hate is at now? Let me hear the haters. Where the haters? Don't hear you. And then the next week, if the ECU loses, we have certain people call in saying, where are all those people calling out the haters now? It's
back
like
and forth.
A giant seesaw effect with a lot. And, I get it. I'm a sports fan. I'm a Pirate fan, just like the rest of yous. And, hey, I've already given up on my NFL team once this year.
Yeah. You revive yourself.
I have bought all the way in, given up, and now kind of bought back in. I'm happy with where they are right now.
Yeah.
I'm giving up.
We'll get to that in a moment.
Thanks.
Chandler has not given up on his team.
I haven't. I'm not trying to be like Clip Brock and having to revive myself, but
things are about to go astray.
We talked about this the other night at AJ's while we were watching the Hornets. Hornets were playing a good team, undermanned. When they were in the lead, you felt pretty comfortable. But then the 76ers hit a shot to take the lead. And I said, oh, this is trouble time. And he said, no, we're all right.
We're good.
Everything's fine. Then Sixers came down, hit another three. And you were like, yeah, it's probably trouble time. And I said, Chandler, and this is a good trait you have. You don't let go, but you're always a step too late at giving up. But you give up when it's already been over.
Right.
And you have an opportunity right now to give up on the Panthers.
Well, they're a good bunch. And, how much faith do I have? Well, after
way too much.
But if we lose on Sunday against the Falcons, I'm going to have none.
Zero. Okay.
Zilch.
But right now, you're still holding out hope on your team, and that's a good thing. Good for you.
I just want to say that I was there the whole way.
Yeah.
If something magical happens,
you're a true fan.
I want to say that I was at Tiebreakers every single Sunday, except maybe one, cheering on the Panthers, getting emotional, even through the bad times during that Washington loss, during that Miami loss.
Now, you know what? I won't be able to say that. If Washington makes the playoffs, I
don't want to be like that.
I'll have to have egg on my face and say I gave up on this team. I am a bad fan. I
learned from you.
I am a quitter. Now, I will defend myself on that in the court of law by saying Washington has turned me into a bad fan. And everything Dan Snyder does, he didn't even deserve me, first of all, to root for this organization.
I totally agree with that.
I'm a battered spouse is what
he doesn't deserve any fan before his time. How long has he been the owner for the Redskins?
97, 98.
Anybody that was a fan of the Redskins before that he doesn't deserve them.
You're right. He does not deserve anything good to happen in his life. Zero. All right. We'll get to week 14 and tell you why CJ has given up on his particular team. Hey, Shirley's team and my team.
There's a player you should give up on.
I know. Relax. We'll get to it. All right, let's kick off the rundown. There's been a line move. Everybody, again, relax. Is everybody sitting down?
Holding on to my hats.
There has been some movement on the line in the Military Bowl. All right, Redbeard just sent us something that we might have to talk about too. East Carolina is now a 3-point underdog instead of a 3.5-point underdog. So got some ECU money coming in. Military Bowl, still a long wait to go. December 27th, it'll be the Pirates, it'll be the Eagles in Annapolis as they go at it on that Monday at 2:30. We'll be with you 10:30 a.m. that Monday on the Bud Light pregame tailgate, taking you up to kickoff. So BC -3. I mean, a fair line. I mean, you could make this thing a pick 'em, I guess. I don't know.
I was going to say, can you see this getting down to a pick 'em or maybe kind of squeaking into East Carolina territory?
Well, what would happen between now and then for that to happen?
That's what I was saying, because we're sitting at the 10th now.
Yeah.
And we're talking.
And usually lines come out
17 days.
Usually lines come out Sunday late afternoon or Monday.
Yeah.
So you're talking like 5 or 6 days before the next game. Mm-hmm. This is out a month early, so there is a lot of time for the line to move and everything. Remember the App State line started 14. Really high, right? And it did go down.
It was 14, and then it went down to what, 8? Maybe not that low.
I think it was like 10.
Yeah, it was around maybe 10
and a half, maybe.
But I don't see, outside of a major injury, Jerkovic saying he's not going to play or something like that.
I would also say at the beginning of the year, there's so much more like up in the air. Like there's more that you could look at and say like, oh, okay, I'll bet on East Carolina or I'll bet on App State instead. So you don't really have that anymore because you've seen a whole regular season now. You
all the details and data, take that for data, is out there for these two teams. So I don't see it moving a whole lot. Maybe it gets down to like 2.5 by kickoff or something.
It's going to be interesting week in, week out for the next week and a half.
It's going to be interesting week in, week out for the next week and a half. Explain yourself.
That's hard to explain. There's a lot of things that I say that it's hard to explain.
And this one,
what I'm saying is,
this one I really want to understand because that is a
but what I'm
bold
saying
statement.
is, each day that we do the rundown is going to be interesting to see what the line is.
Isn't that day in, day out?
Day in, day out.
And you know what? I'm going to disagree. I don't think it's that interesting.
I think it's very, very interesting to come in here every single day and think about what are we going to talk about. I want to know what that line is for this bowl game.
Here's Chandler's routine. Wake up.
What's the line?
Stretch. What do you brush your teeth, take a shower?
I check the line first.
You roll into work, check the line again, have a nice lunch, check the line.
I'm constantly checking the line.
Refresh, reload.
Why is it still at 3? It's been 2 hours.
Chandler puts down $50K on both sides just to see some line movement. So, all right. There you go. BC, 3-point favorite. We'll talk more Pirate football in a moment with Brian North.
We got coaching carousel on this rundown?
Nah, but we can do it.
I got breaking news, folks.
John Moody says, add that to the classic Chan Man radio bit, week in and week out for the next week and a half.
Was it John Moody that came up with the... No, that was somebody. I think it was Brad. What about a story? That might have been Moody. I don't know. But
well, you came up with it. What do you mean? Who talked about it all the time?
Yeah, I think it was Brad.
What about a story?
Yeah.
What's your breaking news there, pal?
Breaking news coming from the Breaking News boys.
The B&Bs?
The B&Bs.
Cool.
Dabo Swinney is going to have to look for another coach because Tony Elliott is heading to Virginia.
Elliott.
Offensive coordinator for Clemson.
All right.
Former offensive coordinator.
He will be their head coach.
Yep.
So Dabo has lost his offensive coordinator and his defensive coordinator. We talked to Tyler Calvaruso yesterday. And asked him, with BC being on that side in the Atlantic, does it feel like this was the year, the only year maybe to get Clemson like Pitt did, NC State beat them, or is this going to be more of the norm where Clemson has a good year, they win 8 or 9 games, but they're not that super mega power like we've seen the run they've gone on? And he says that maybe they'll be gettable from here on out. I mean, losing both coordinators is big. And we thought DJ was going to be, I thought DJ was going to be a Heisman candidate, their quarterback. I was way off on that one. And I only based that off of how he looked in that Notre Dame game, too, last season, which he was awesome.
Have I seen reports that he might be going with Brent Venables to Oklahoma? Because they've got this, highly touted quarterback coming out of high school.
Well, they already got Spencer Rattler's transferring. Do we know where he's going yet?
Not a clue.
But who's the freshman they brought in? Do they not trust him?
Caleb Williams.
Yeah.
Oh, well, they benched him 2 or 3 times. Along with Rattler.
DJ are you reporting? Or are you rumoring?
I saw reports, and this is probably just small talk.
A little small chatter.
It brings up interest. It brings up a conversation about what if. Can you imagine?
Do you like having conversations? You're a talker.
I am a talker.
Yeah. All right, so there's that. How about last night? Shirley, do you have the highlight pulled up? We'll get it here. We've seen Gonzaga, number 1 in the country. They've already lost 2 games this year. Duke took over the top spot. That was Gonzaga's first loss. Duke lost to Ohio State. And then last night, Purdue is a double-digit favorite on the road at Rutgers, and they get a late shot for the win, but Ron Harper Jr. had a few seconds left. Let's hear how it sounded. Can't hear it.
For some reason, it's really low. All right, hold on. Let me try a different one.
All right, let's try it again.
I don't know why that's so low.
Let's hear how it sounded.
Why?
All right, everybody,
so low?
Lean into your radio.
Everybody
right
be
Oh, there it is.
Oh my God!
Going to Hunter.
All right, here we go.
Stefanovich. Here
Williams. Patient. Going to work. Got it! The answer! 3 seconds! No timeouts! Harper for the win! Oh! It counts at the buzzer!
College basketball drama doesn't get any
You
better
should hear
than
the
that.
Rutgers call.
Bring it up.
All right, hold on one second.
I did not hear that.
Let's
Okay,
keep
hold
hearing
on.
it. I thought that was a great TV call on Fox, and now we'll hear the Rutgers radio call.
Okay, give me 1 second
And
here.
yes, that Ron Harper Jr., that is the son of former Bulls point guard champion Ron Harper. They walk it off last night on a big-time buzzer beater and a court storming there in Piscataway.
And here's the call from Rutgers Radio.
0.4 to go. Harper Jr. crossing that timeline. No timeout. Crossing the timeline. Last second heave. Oh, it's good. Down go the Boilermakers. Down. The train is off the tracks. The train is off the tracks. The train is off the tracks.
Oh, that's not the same one.
Number one.
That's funny, though.
Oh, my goodness.
What is that?
That's not the one.
That is not.
That's not the right one.
That's like student radio.
Yeah, let me find it here because you and I were listening.
Off the tracks.
Well, I mean, because here's the thing.
I kept waiting for that color analyst guy.
Yeah,
but
hold
he
on.
never came in.
Yeah, because the color analyst is what made the video. Hold
This
on.
is like WWE where they have 8 different nationalities calling the game. All right, let's go to the Spanish announce table.
Let's get the German announce team at ringside.
Inside Williams with 7. One-on-one with Amori. Gets
Here we go.
inside, puts it up and in.
Yeah, this
with
is the one.
3.4 to go. Get it to Harper with 3, with 2, with 1. Harper for the win. Got it! Let's go! Let's go! Harper Jr. Let's go! The game winner at the buzzer. Let's go! And Rutgers upsets number 1.
I like that a lot more.
70 to 68. Let's go! First time in program history
Doesn't say anything
that
else.
they have beaten a number 1 team.
Nope.
But they're going to check the tape.
Let's go!
Score the basket. Ball game. Let's go! And the student stormed the court. And I'll tell you this. Get it to
You talk about a play-by-play announcer's nightmare. That is it.
Yeah, but
it's all emotion.
I get it, but it makes it fun.
I couldn't even hear the other guy's call.
I know.
I mean, 1 or 2 times is awesome, but like he did that 10 times.
It's not announcing 101. It's not how it's supposed to be. But then again, at the end of the day, it's all about fun. It's all about, excitement. Winning.
I definitely had fun right there.
So that was
Because,
fun.
I mean, really, think about it. If you're a Rutgers fan, are you listening to the play-by-play? You're
At that
probably
point, you're screaming,
You're
too.
screaming too.
That's
You
true.
probably can't even hear what's going on anyway.
Well, all right, let's see. Any top 25 action tonight and this weekend that we'll look at on the Buccaneer Music Hall scoreboard. Nebraska, Auburn. Holiday Hoops Giving. The hell does that mean? That's coming up Saturday at 11:30 a.m. Wisconsin at Ohio State. Wisconsin, nice comeback win over Indiana earlier this week. That's at noon. BYU is at Creighton. Arkansas, Oklahoma. Hey, I guess since there's not a lot of football on Saturday, watch hoops. There are a ton of great games. The Bonnies taking on UConn.
Oh, boy. You taking the Bonnies?
Of course I'm taking the Bonnies. Houston at Alabama. That's a good one coming up 10 o'clock tomorrow night. So
Alabama gets a real test against the AAC.
Great day of college hoops coming up on Saturday. Sunday, number 1 Purdue. They will not be number 1 on Monday. How about this? They are at NC State. Just kidding. They're in Brooklyn against NC State. Villanova taking on Baylor. That one is in Waco. And Rutgers, coming off that win last night, will be at the Hall taking on Seton Hall. So there's your college basketball.
Could you imagine that watch long?
Which one now?
The one, Purdue and Rutgers.
I can't even imagine it.
Could you imagine, Clip Brock?
Week in, week out, I think about things that have happened
In the
this
next week and a half?
Yeah. All right. NFL Week 14 got started off with a giant dud last night until the second half. This was, I tried to help you out as much as I could, CJ, because I had the Vikings. I did the tweet where I said this was the easiest pick of all time. Minnesota coming off the worst loss any team could ever have against the Lions. The Steelers coming off an emotional win, stopping a 2-point conversion against the Ravens. The obvious easy pick was Minnesota. Now, I don't remember the score when I tweeted that, but things got a little closer.
It was like 26-0 at halftime.
And then late in the game, we'll just go to the last play and we can work our way back. But how about Big Ben to Freiermuth? Perfect ball.
Great pass.
And I guess you got to catch it. That's easy for me to say, sitting on my couch eating Cheetos with the orange powder fingers. But he gets crushed, drops the ball, game over. Minnesota wins it at home. Great comeback by the Steelers, but was that enough? Like, you guys, you and your Steeler crew on Twitter gave up on the entire franchise in the first quarter.
Yep, absolutely.
Was that comeback enough for you to say, all right, we're not dead yet. We still got something this year?
It leaves a lot of questions. We pretty much have to win out to make the playoffs now. It leaves a lot of questions. We put up, 28 points in the fourth quarter. So why could we have not had that kind of offense the first 3 quarters? Where's this been? We say it all the time, and Pittsburgh fans would know what I'm talking about. When Ben Roethlisberger is doing like a tempo offense, the offense flows a lot better rather than there was a point, it would 10 or 11 minutes to go in the fourth quarter where we needed a touchdown, down 2 touchdowns, and we go run up the middle 3 times and we punt it because why not? So, it's a play calling thing. I know Ben's not a spring chicken per se, but he's still got a little bit in him, and if we had used it for 3 quarters rather than just that last one, it's a different story today.
I hate to do this now that we're talking to a Steelers fan, but we do need to John, our Broncos fan, and Facebook Live, it's really sad news. Demaryius Thomas passing away. Yeah. And I would like to, maybe we'll get it for the 4 o'clock hour. We'll have his catch and run against the Steelers in the wild card as Tim Tebow with a laser to Demaryius Thomas, who did all the work and scored a touchdown. But R.I.P. Demaryius Thomas, the Georgia Tech wide receiver, Denver Bronco, passing away way too soon.
Yeah, that was tough news to wake up to today.
We'll have our NFL Week 14 picks coming up in hour number 2, but when we return, Brian North joins us. We'll talk high school football championship, ECU, and a whole lot more. That's on the way when we return on a Treasure Chest of Friday edition of Pirate Radio Live. Back with you after this.
Everyone's favorite holiday tradition is back for 2021. Dance Arts Theater presents The Nutcracker, December 11th and 12th at Rod Auditorium on the campus of ECU. Proceeds from this special event will be donated to the Children's Hospital at Vidant Medical Center in Greenville. Come experience the magic as Dance Arts Theater celebrates their 29th season of this family holiday favorite. There are 3 performances to choose from. Purchase your tickets now by calling 1-800-ECU-ARTS. That's 1-800-ECU-ARTS.
Take a break from the holiday hustle and bustle with a visit to Jersey Mike's. I'm Wes Shepard, your local Jersey Mike's franchisee in Eastern North Carolina for over 25 years. Let us treat you the best subs in town. We can also take care of any of your catering needs this holiday season, large or small. Plus, we partner with many third-party delivery services that can bring your meal to you. Jersey Mike's, open 7 days a week for lunch and dinner. Everybody likes Jersey Mike's.
Everybody likes Jersey Mike's. Jersey Mike's.
Hey Pirate Nation, Lindsay Gray here with Carolina Caliber. In 1960, my granddaddy started his firearm business right here in Eastern NC. Still family owned and operated, we have the area's largest selection for outdoor shooting sports and accessories and are one of the nation's top firearm dealers. At Carolina Caliber, we have everything you need from hunting, home defense, and personal protection, including a wide variety for ladies and youth. We buy, sell, and trade. It's a time-honored tradition. Visit us at Carolina Caliber on Fire Tower Road in Winterville.
If you wake up in the morning with a backache, feeling more tired than you did when you went to bed, you probably need a new mattress. And the best place to get that mattress is Factory Mattress. Hi, I'm Kirk Smith, General Manager. For more than 40 years, Factory Mattress has been Greenville and Wilson's local mattress dealer. We guarantee the lowest price on the area's best selection with over 50 models to choose from. No seconds or overruns. Factory Mattress offers only first quality direct from the manufacturer. Sealy Posturepedic, Beauty Rest, Stearns & Foster, and Tempur-Pedic. The most highly trained sales associates with over 60 years of combined experience. Same as cash financing with zero interest up to 48 months and free local delivery. Face it, to have a good day, you've got to have a good night. So sleep better knowing you saved money at Factory Mattress, locally owned on Greenville Boulevard in Greenville, on Forest Hills Road in Wilson, on the web at factorymattressusa.com, and a proud member of Pirates Supporting Pirates.
ECU Military Bowl merchandise is here exclusively at UBEPiratewear.com. Hoods, crews, long and short sleeve tees are available now for all Pirates, young and old. UBE and PirateWear.com are the first to get military bowl gear. Secure your bounty before the ship sails to Annapolis. UBE, known for the best prices in town and plenty of free parking. UBEPiratewear.com, gearing up for Pirates for over 50 years. Go Pirates!
Hey, this is Troy D., proud ECU grad from the class of 94. And if you know me, you know I love the 90s here at ECU. It was some of our glory days, including bowl games, the Peach Bowl, and even a March Madness appearance. Relive those days with my friends from Tailgate Classics. Tailgate Classics is a cool retro store with all types of merchandise, including the 90s ECU vintage tees and hats. Check out Tailgate Classics in person, 304 Evans Street, or online at shoptailgateclassics.com. Tailgate Classics, bringing back the throwbacks.
Blue 42! Blue 42! Unlike football, life doesn't take a timeout, and anything can happen at any time. Unfortunately, anything isn't always a good thing. You need auto and life coverage, and agents. There for you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You need North Carolina Farm Bureau insurance. Timeout? Not even in our vocabulary.
Pirate fans, call Carlton Venters or Brandon Manning at 756-3007.
North Carolina Farm Bureau Mutual Insurance Company. Farm Bureau Insurance of North Carolina, Inc. Southern Farm Bureau Life Insurance Company, Jackson, Mississippi. An independent licensee of the Blue Cross and Blue Shield Association.
Hi, this is Parker Bunch. When I'm not hitting dingers or going viral, I'm listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Tommy's Express Car Wash. Come experience the difference at Tommy's. Now open at the corner of Greenville Boulevard and Red Banks Road. Doesn't your car deserve it? Visit Tommy's Express Car Wash today. Now back to the show.
Welcome back. Vacation spots are right here in your very own backyard. Take a trip to State Park and enjoy traditional camping, RV space, and also cabins that can be rented with Wi-Fi. If you're by a lake, be sure to check out the opportunities to rent a canoe or kayak and get out on the water. Your next adventure is right around the corner. For more information, please visit ncstateparks.gov. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here's Clip Brock.
Back with you on a Friday edition of Pirate Radio Live. Clip Brock here. We had this out on our social media last night, and it was really cool to see that Clayton McCullough, former Pirate, Dodgers first base coach, was interviewed for the New York Mets managerial job. And if I had to predict, we'll say he won't get this job, but he's now out there in the interviewing cycle. His name is out there, so every time you see a managerial opening, you will see his name pop up probably until he finally gets that first managerial job. So that's awesome stuff. Clayton McCullough, the Greenville native, former Pirate, and of course best known as my teammate on the Winterville Colts way back in the day when he was really good and I was barely got on the field. One time they put me in and for a 2-point conversion, and I don't know why they gave me the ball out of the backfield.
Did you run the dang ball?
I ran. I got hit. The wind got knocked out of me. I think I cried. And shortly after that, I retired.
There's no crying in football.
Yeah.
But you scored, right?
No,
you scored. You can tell it however you want now.
I'm not going to make up sports legendary stories about myself. I'm going to be honest. I'm honest with the listeners. That's one thing you can say about me. I will be honest with you. and I was not a football player. So anyway, there's that. You're right. I didn't have to tell that story, did I? I probably shouldn't have. All right, moving along. Let's talk to Brian North, WCTI 12. Big weekend on tap for area high school teams, including the J.H. Rose Rampants. We'll talk about that, ECU, and more as he joins us on the Fixed NC Live line. North, how you doing today, man?
Doing okay, wrapping up the high school football season here. Whatever it's been, 16, 17 weeks. It's been an interesting season. It all wraps up tonight and tomorrow.
And what a grind it's been for these teams that have made it to this point, including the team right down the road here from the Pirate Radio studios, the J.H. Rose Rampants, and Will Bland trying to win a championship for his team. I talked to him earlier in the week, Brian, and asked him, back in the early to mid-2000s when Rose was going on those runs, you knew they'd be there at the end. I don't remember a lot of people saying this is a state championship caliber J.H. Rose team. And, I asked Will about that after getting off to a 0-3 start. And he honestly said, he didn't know that this team, he thought after the spring they had and losing in the first round of the playoffs, his plan was to make the playoffs again, go on a run. I don't even know if he knew he had this kind of team in J.H. Rose.
They were getting a lot of love early on in the preseason. They were ranked in a lot of places, and people thought they were going to be good. They were picked to tie New Bern for the conference championship, and so there was high hopes going into the season. They go into Wilson that first game at Hunt and just kind of to get punched in the mouth, and everybody kind of sat up and took notice. And then they go and they lose the next week as well to Cleveland, who turned out to be one of the better teams. Then they get smoked at Northeastern, a 2A school in Elizabeth City. And I think everybody said, what is wrong with this team? The defense was supposed to be great. They were giving up 50 points a game. The offense with Michael Allen was supposed to be all-world. And although they were putting a few points on the board, they weren't even competitive in two of those three games. So I think there was a lot of things that had to be questioned. They simplified the offense. They had to figure out what was wrong with the defense. And eventually each week they got better and better. The key was that Tuesday night game win over Jacksonville. And outside of a loss to New Bern that was pretty bad, they just kept getting better and better each week. Michael Allen continued to get healthy. Will Taylor got better as a quarterback, and they started figuring out their defensive problems. And as you know, in football, it's just getting hot at the right time, and they got hot at the right time of the year.
Yeah, we talked about health too, Brian, and we watch, NFL, college football. There are updates on injuries all the time. We don't know as much about the high school ranks unless you go out and do the research yourself. So I asked him, how healthy is the team? And, of course, brought up Michael Allen, because when your best player is healthy at this time of the year, that's a good thing. And some of that is luck, Brian, having these bullets in the chamber at this point in the season, and it appears Rose has that going into the game tonight against Dudley.
Right, opposite happened in the spring when Michael Allen was looking great, then got the leg injury. This time they went slow with him to start the year with the injury, and now he's playing his best football. His legs looked really fresh against Jacksonville and had an explosiveness there that was just eye-opening and showed you why he was a Division I recruit. And so, right, and then the rest of the guys, Clayvon Brown's been healthy the whole year. He's been their MVP, and he's a guy starting to get some looks now as a two-way player. And again, when your skill players stay healthy, like they have at wide receiver, and Will Taylor's become much better at quarterback, that certainly helps. And then your lines have to stay healthy, and that's really been a big key for them too.
Brad, have we always had the Friday night championship games? Has that always been a thing?
Oh, yeah. I can remember back when Bertie won Friday night. Juwan Rankins was playing there, the Rankins brothers. And so they've always tried to put in that Friday night game, yeah. And then when they went to the split classifications, they've always had at least one game on Friday night. New Bern won their 2012 championship on a Friday night. I can remember that.
All right, J.H. Rose trying to do that tonight at Keenan Stadium. Brian, you've been following this Wallace Rose Hill story closely, and you tweeted earlier today, a couple hours ago, that 60 players and staff have been given rapid tests, and they had one positive test, and that person is waiting on test results, and the team has been given the go-ahead to travel to Raleigh to take on Shelby. So that is good news, right? This team's going to be able to go and play in the championship game tonight, which was in question at one point.
Correct, and it's been, this Wallace Rose Hill team has had to overcome adversity going back to Hurricane Florence when several players on the team had their homes flooded out. In fact, their star, Kanye Roberts, barely made it out of his house with only the clothes on his back, and their families had to rebuild from there. And and he's worked hard and now has received and verbally committed to Appalachian State. But so this team has overcome that. They've overcome COVID. They've had games moved and canceled. And so this is just one more hurdle for them. You know, other teams have not had to deal with this, but they have this week with 3 players testing positive, the state health department getting involved, coming up with a solution to test them all with a rapid test today. And it's been a distraction. And I know Kevin Motzinger he's not been happy about it. He's already had a few players who were going to miss the game this week anyways because of injuries. And so we talked about Wallace Rose Hill being healthy. They are not healthy going into this game and taking on a really good Shelby team. So to have one more distraction is not what they wanted. But if there is any team that can overcome it, it's been Wallace Rose Hill with all the distractions they've had through the years and as successful as they've been. They kind of almost thrive off of having to deal with some of this stuff.
When Will Bland joined us the other day, Brian, he said, forget about Rose. Right now it's about the East. Everybody get on board. I think he was trying to say that to me as a Conley guy to, forget your allegiances. Right now you're pulling for the East. So what other East teams are we rooting for tonight and this weekend in the championships?
Yeah, it's just that with only 4 championships now, we've only got 4 teams from the East, and the other one is Tarboro, who is back in, trying to win 2 titles in 6 months, basically, because they won the state championship in May, the last time they were split, but now they've come back and won the whole 1A deal in the East, and now they'll be taking on Mitchell at noon at Keenan Stadium on Saturday. And then in the 4A game that we played at night, it's Cardinal Gibbons, who's actually walking to Carter Finley Stadium. Their school is up the hill from Carter Finley, so they're going to walk to the game tomorrow, and they'll take on J.C. Chambers. So, only 4 championships of games, and that goes back. The last time we did this was 2001. So it's been interesting to go back to just 4 state championship games.
You can get to a game via plane. You can walk if you're close enough, or you could be like East Carolina for the Military Bowl, Brian. They are busing. It's a bit old school. There's some team bonding going on there as they'll go to Annapolis for the Military Bowl. The opponent will be BC, Boston College. We've been going over some of you're good at this stuff, Brian, like connections and things like that. Steve Logan, Jeff Jagosinski, Dominique Davis, and unfortunately we haven't been able to see Winston Tabbs play basketball, but he came from BC as well, and hopefully we'll see him on the court at some point for East Carolina. But that's I don't know, any other connections there? We don't have many on the field memories with these teams, so trying to find some ECU BC connections here.
Yeah, no, it's hard. When I saw that they were playing Boston College, I said that. I go, wow, I know they never played before, and so and they really you brought up some guys I forgot all about with some of those connections. That's kind of cool, but no, there's not a lot of history there, and that's what the bowl games are pretty cool with. When you get some of these matchups and you start creating a history, and maybe there will be something there, and these teams will meet on the field in the future, maybe in the regular season if they find out it's a good fit. But interesting matchup, a tough date, 2 days after Christmas, 3 days after Christmas. That's always a tough date to play. And the Military Bowl, I remember when they played there in 2010, they just didn't have a lot of the bowl lead up because of the date of the game, so there's not as much for the players to do as far as, bowling against the other teams or going to the, all those fun things that they do at other places. So this is more of just kind of a, hey, let's show up and play sort of bowl game. And so, but I think for ECU, they're just excited with that 7-year drought of not playing. They would play anybody at any time and be excited about it. If you go that long without playing in a bowl game, it really becomes special again.
Yeah, and it's great for East Carolina, great for the program, and I'm almost reluctant to talk about like the program and laying a foundation because everything is so year to year in sports now, Brian, and it's crept down to the college game when you see it in the coaching carousel every year. But I'll say this, going from 2021 to 2022 should be pretty smooth for East Carolina, at least with Mike Houston back on board, and we learned last weekend Holton Ahlers back as well. And you got to think if Ahlers is back, that's going to, a lot of the guys who are maybe on the fence about, hey, should I jump in the portal, look for greener pastures? You would think that the majority of the guys would be back on board for another year here at East Carolina and try to improve on a 7-win regular season. Who knows, maybe an 8-win season for ECU.
Yeah. I was joking, Mike Houston, I saw him at the Rose game the other night. I said, you've never been anywhere 4 straight years before, so this is going to be weird having you back for a 4th year.
Wow, I didn't even think about that one, Brian. Good point.
Yeah, Yeah, he said, yeah, I guess, I don't think it's a bad thing, but yeah, he is, all his coaching stops have been 3 years or less.
Wow.
This will be the longest he's stayed somewhere, and it helps when he has all these guys coming back. And there's good and bad with this whole COVID extra year dealing with. And he even talked about it. It's almost, there's times you almost have to tell kids they have to enter the transfer portal because it'd be better for them if they want to go play somewhere else. They're trying to find scholarships to free up. You're recruiting and trying to find even better players. And then if you have people who want to transfer in, you're having to figure those things out. So the shell game that coaches are having to play right now with the amount of players that they can have and the amount of good players that are out there, it's an interesting mix right now. So this National Signing Day coming up this next week is always big. It's almost become 3 signing days now, right? You've got the December signing day, the February signing day, and then with all the transfers and stuff, there's almost a May signing day where you have a spring signing deal where you get a lot of the transfers coming in who haven't found a home or graduated or grad transfers or whatever. So it's really made it interesting. And so for Mike Houston, yeah, it's shaping up to be good, but we know how the expectations are. When you set those expectations high, things get a little more interesting.
Yeah, that is true, Brian. We talked last week, and again, glad to have Mike Houston back for an unprecedented year 4. Duke looking for a coach. We talked about that last week, North, and now a name has emerged, the Clapper, Jason Garrett, and Susie Colbert. I love Susie Colbert. I didn't know she was in the breaking news business or sources business, but she tweeted earlier today, about an hour ago, hearing Jason Garrett is front runner for Duke head coaching job.
Interesting.
Yeah, and head coaching experience. I've also go ahead.
Yeah, he's an Ivy League guy or something, right? So he knows the smart school stuff.
Yeah,
or is all that goes.
I guess he's a basketball fan, so he's around there. I don't know, but I don't know that. And some other names up there have been like the Clemson offensive coordinator, some coordinators.
Right.
So
for the UVA now, right?
Correct. Yeah.
Front runner for the UVA job.
So to have a head coach in there, again, we talked about how tough of a job it is. You almost need and you brought up, I think, like Spurrier giving it one more go. You kind of need a unique, different guy to take that job, and I think Garrett would kind of fit that category.
Yeah, it would. And it's funny, we mentioned that with this signing day coming up, how everybody wants to have a coach in place except for Duke.
You're right.
They just approach things differently, but everybody else is scrambling to find somebody in there to get the recruiting done. But for Duke, yeah, I think you almost have to take a different approach. Here's a name. Why don't you throw Steve Logan in there? He's always talked about winning left-handed.
Is he still in the triangle?
That's a good question. I was wondering if he was still doing radio because I didn't travel as much to games this year and I didn't catch him.
Yeah, I hadn't heard him in a while.
Yeah, so if there was a guy who always talked about at East Carolina, he could never fight with a loaded gun. He'd always have to do it, different ways. So why not throw that name out there? You threw enough money at him, Steve would be interested.
He didn't really like recruiting, right, Brian? And, I mean, Duke doesn't care about their recruiting rankings anyway. It could be a great job for him.
Correct. And you hire the right people, you don't have to go out and recruit. So, I think that won't happen, but you have to go kind of that approach of going somebody different and finding just kind of a different way to fit in with the rest of the class. So, sometimes being the oddball, you got to find a way to fit in. So I think that's what Duke is trying to figure out right now with their football team.
Yeah, and speaking of those triangle schools, and we talked about ECU and guys coming back next year. Dave Doran back. Looks like I've seen this week, Brian, that'll be the first opponent for East Carolina in 2022. But I've seen this week that a lot of state players are buying in for next year, and there's already talk. And you can believe what you want to believe, but this is going to be Dave Doran's best team in 2022. That's going to be the year. Kind of heard that in the past, but it does feel like coming off this year, I think they can get to win number 10 if they win their bowl game. And he's been around 8-9 years now, Brian. It's been a nice run for Dave Doran where he's tried to just kind of get over the hump, and you win 9 games, you're doing something there in Raleigh. So I know the folks in Raleigh are I think they're happy with what they got coming back next year as well.
And if you look at what's happening with Clemson, if they're going to lose both their coordinators, and there's even talk of Dapo Sweeney possibly being the Raiders head coach. So there's some turmoil going on with Clemson right now where you can take advantage of that little window. Wake Forest has obviously gotten better, but NC State, I don't believe, has ever played in an ACC championship game.
Nah.
So that's a missing feather in their cap, and so I think they'd like to get there. Devin Leary's coming back. It always helps when your quarterback returns. You can't ever replace game experience as long as he can stay healthy. And no, it's shaping up there. And when they hired, I remember they hired Dave from Northern Illinois, and I'd heard he was going to be, if Pac fans would just stay with him and hope he was not going to be Chuck Amato as far as the used car salesman approach.
Right.
You know, if they just would allow Dave to do his thing, he'd create a consistent winner at NC State, which he's pretty much done. He's had one or two blips in the radar, but overall, he's done what you want football coaches to do: win 7, 8, 9 games a year, and occasionally get a shot at an ACC title, and occasionally get a shot at being ranked in the top 5, top 10 in the country.
Well, between Doran and O'Brien, they like went away as far away from Chuck Amato as they could get on the excitement level spectrum, right?
They sure did. I always called it the Valvano approach. I thought Jim Valvano ruined it for everybody at NC State because they've gotten rid of some pretty good coaches through the years who just weren't the used car salesman type, including Herb Sendek, who I thought was one of the best basketball coaches, and they ran him out of town because he wouldn't say beating North Carolina was bigger than any other game. So, you know, it comes down to ultimately winning. I don't think the fans care as much as long as you're winning. But the expectations continue to go up with NC State. We've always known that they have always set that bar kind of high there, and then that can always lead to some issues. Life in general, when you set that bar really high and have expectations and don't meet them, that's what all the disgruntledness seems to come from.
There you go. It's all about expectations. Set your sights low, people. That's what we're telling you. But, Brian, you made me think just there for a second. It doesn't matter. You can get on board with anything if a coach is winning. Like with the rough stuff, you know, people love rough around here, but there was a lot late in his tenure that, all right, I'm sick of this hug 'em up crap and this love crap. Like when they were winning, it was all love, man. These guys are a family. It's awesome. And then when you're hugging them up and they're losing, it's not as cool. And then you see like Mike Houston hugging Holton Ahlers after a win, and it's like, oh, it's the greatest thing I've ever seen in my life. So if you're winning, one thing is cool, and if you lose the next game, that same thing is devastating. You don't want to see it.
I always remember when people complained about Steve Logan squatting the bench, right? When they started losing, it's because he was squatting at the other end of the bench and not paying attention.
Which he had done, his entire career and his entire life.
And there was no one who analyzed the game more than Steve Logan. I found him to be one of the most brilliant minds football and how he did things and was a trendsetter. But my God, you get a couple of losses and you look for anything to be the excuse for it. It still to this day cracks me up, the things that people look for to be the reason for a team losing.
Brian, before we let you go, Shirley, do we got the music ready? Can we crank it up? 40 bowls in 14 days. It's time for Brian North to pick a bowl game.
40 bowls in 14 days, 14 days, 14 days. 40 bowls in 14 days, oh my goodness. 40 bowls in 14 days, 14 days, 14 days. 40 bowls in 14 days, 14 days.
Rock! 40 bowls! 14 days! 40 bowls! 14 days! 40 bowls! 14 days! 40 bowls! 14 days!
All right, Brian North. Bringing it back this year. 40 bowls in 14 days. Charlie, you can pull it down now. Had to get the Chandler screaming there. All right, you know how this works, Brian. I throw out a bowl game that you have no clue who's going to win or who the teams are, and you're going to pick a winner.
Which will be 39 of the bowls, but yeah, go ahead.
And you are a seasoned vet, both in the sports biz and in life, so you got stories about everything. So You are the connection guy. Maybe you got some connections to these schools. We'll see. Let's go to Shane Carden country now, and the famous Idaho Potato Bowl. This will be December 21st, Albertson Stadium in Boise, 3:30 on ESPN. December 21st is a Tuesday, Brian. And the Kent State Golden Flashes will be taking on Wyoming. How about them Cowboys? So this is 7-6 versus 6-6. Kent State 7-6, Wyoming 6-6. I know you put a lot of thought into this one, Brian, so give us your pick here.
Kent State has been a scoring machine this year, and there was one year that Kent State actually had like 3 or 4 kids from Greenville on their roster for like 1 or 2 years. It was kind of crazy out of nowhere. I don't even know what the coaching connection was, but they had them there when they were horrible. But now Kent State is off to a pretty good season, and I just know they put up a ton of points. So give me Kent State over them Cowboys. Cowboys.
I do have a bit of a connection here, Brian. I just Googled it to confirm. Jason Nichols, who was an East Carolina wide receiver, really good player. He was a coach here. He's now back as director of player development at East Carolina. He was at oh crap, never mind. He was at Toledo. I had a great build up for that. And that's not. Oh, okay. All right, here we go. Here we go, Brian. Here we go. He joined Toledo after 4 years at Kent State.
There you go.
In the early to mid 2000s. So maybe there's the Greenville connection we were looking for.
There you go. Yeah, and I just remember there was, and I can't remember the kids' names from Rose, but yeah, it's about the time they were running all those state championships.
Okay.
So they had a couple players going up there.
Jason Nichols pulled them out of Greenville and took them to Kent State, which is in Ohio?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. There you go. North, good stuff, buddy. What you got planned for the weekend? You covering any games or hanging out with the fam?
No, Brent Kennedy's going to have it all covered, so just watching the games on TV, hanging with the fam. Actually got a little bit an oyster roast I'm going to.
Well, look at you, Mr. Social Life. That's great.
I know. Ugly Sweater oyster roast where I might even have a soda or something. We'll see.
Live it up, Brian North. Good stuff, man.
You know, Taylor just turned 1 year old, so she's old enough to handle herself now, so we can leave the kids at home and get out there and go. Is that how it works?
Yeah. You get, how old are they, Brian, now?
Tinsley, though, she'll be 3 in a month or 2.
Oh, yeah. She can fend for herself. She knows where the Cheerios are, and yeah.
Correct. Yeah. And they're both walking, so they can get to bed by themselves now. So, yeah, that'll be good.
I would say, Brian, no more than 4 hours, leave them alone. If it's beyond 4 hours, that's bad parenting.
Gotcha. Perfect. Good to know. I love to hear from veterans like you. That's on the road before, so perfect.
All right, Nord, thanks for joining us, man. Have a great weekend.
All right, sounds good, Clippy.
There is Brian North joining us today on Pirate Radio Live. Let's take a quick break. We'll come back. We'll see. We'll try to get up with Mark Greenhelge. Tiger Woods going to be back on the course soon. We got some golf topics to hit, some football to talk about as well. We'll do that when we return and wrap up hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live after this.
Emporium presents A Very Beer Christmas.
'Tis the season to be drinking. Fa la 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 la.
Give the gift of beer this holiday season. Emporium is offering a special 12 Beers of Christmas box. 12 Beers of Christmas is a specialty curated 12-pack of beers from different breweries. The 12 Beers of Christmas will have many styles and lots are limited release. 1 beer for each day up to Christmas. Stop by Emporium today on Dickinson Avenue and also on Facebook and Instagram.
'Tis the season to be holly jolly and healthy. Purple Blossom Yoga Studio is Greenville's premier freestanding studio, locally owned and operated right in the heart of Uptown Greenville on Evans Street. Purple Blossom Yoga offers a wide variety of yoga classes, aerial yoga, sound baths, private group sessions, and more. Purple Blossom Yoga's holiday gift card event is the perfect gift to put under the tree. It's the gift that will keep on giving, health and wellness all year round. Visit us online at purpleblosomyogastudio.com or our social media for our class and event schedule, studio information, and more. Purple Blossom Yoga, where your health and mindset collide and help you transform into a new you.
Kyle Gaines here from Washington Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Washington, North Carolina. Happy holidays, folks. Let me tell you what we have going on in December. December is the greatest month to purchase a vehicle. We have 90 days till first payment. You heard me, 90 days till first payment. So you can get your Christmas gift and not have to worry about paying for it for 90 days. Also, come check out the Jeep Grand Wagoneer and Wagoneer that is just launched. Let me tell you, folks, this vehicle is phenomenal. All the features and benefits that you need for your family, and the most iconic SUV, the Jeep Wagoneer. If you need help with Christmas ideas, we have you covered, offering B&W trailer hitches. Also, our service department can take care of you with lift, wheels, tires, and accessories for your next vehicle. Will be a perfect Christmas gift. Come check us out at our state-of-the-art service department. And don't forget, we have a vehicle for all budgets. So if you're looking for that vehicle under $5,000, we have you covered. Trucks, SUVs, vans, we have it all, folks. And remember, drive a little, save a lot.
Washington Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram between Greenville and Washington, and WashingtonChryslerDodgeJeepRam.com.
This year, US Cellular is making a big deal out of the holidays. You can choose any phone from any brand free. That's right, any phone you see in our store is free. And get unlimited data for our best price of the season. Just $30 a month per line with 4 lines. Feel the locally grown joy from US Cellular, America's locally grown wireless. Limited time offer. Terms apply. See uscellular.com for details.
Now that life is returning to normal, we have found a lot of good things that came from the pandemic. One of them is not having to go to the wireless store anymore. The Cellular Warehouse team has been in the business of delivering phones to your home and office for 20 years. People found out about our free delivery service and love the ease of getting a new phone, tablet, or hotspot. Call Toby Williams today at 252-799-7051 so you can start experiencing the joy of never going to a wireless store again. Cellular Warehouse, your local U.S. Cellular authorized agent.
'Tis the season to make your home full of cheer with the best Christmas decor right here in Uptown Greenville. Hi, this is Jess with Halo Home Store. Our store is full of holiday decor and home accessories galore. With over 15 years of design experience, I can bring your home to life with Halo's one-of-a-kind unique decor and gifts with new inventory coming in daily. We also offer a wide variety of design services. Be sure to follow us on social media or visit halohomestore.com. Happy holidays, y'all.
My whole business just went up in flames, but my agent was there before the fire was out. We started a plan. I've got 25 employees who could be out of a job if we didn't get this place running again. My independent agent and auto owner's insurance, they made sure we didn't skip a beat. I mean, we didn't miss a single payroll. That's incredible.
For whatever lies ahead, we're always there. This is Jeff Gibson with Town Insurance in Greenville. Call me today at 756-8300. Go Pirates!
This is Coach Blake Carroll, defense coordinator for East Carolina football, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Tommy's Express Car Wash. Come experience the difference at Tommy's. Now open at the corner of Greenville Boulevard and Red Banks Road. Doesn't your car deserve it? Visit Tommy's Express Car Wash today. Now back to the show.
Welcome back. Need some beer for the weekend? The Jarvis Street Bottle Shop near Christie's Europub is a specialty shop selling craft, domestic, and import brews along with wine and growlers. The Bottle Shop offers monthly beer and wine tastings featuring rotating North Carolina craft breweries along with live music and discounts. Stop by Tuesday through Sunday or check out the Jarvis Street Bottle Shop on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip Brock.
We'll wrap up Hour 1 with some golf talk, a little football talk as well before we dive into Hour 2 with Tony Dunn, CarolinaCatChronicles.com, who is early today, by the way. He's already here.
Hello,
hey, Tony.
hello.
What's up, buddy? We will talk Panthers. We will talk NFL Week 14 coming up in just a moment. But first, we'll head out to the Fixed NC Live line and talk to Greeny, Mark Greenhelch, host of the Golf Shop radio show. You can hear it 8 to 10 a.m. Saturday mornings right here on Pirate Radio. Greeny, how you doing today?
I'm doing great. Clip, how you doing?
Doing good. And Greeny, you're a bit of a soothsayer when I ask you about golf news, because you did suspect when we talked to you a while back that Tiger Woods might be back on the course in action at PNC with his son, and sure enough, that is the plan. Tiger Woods expected to be back on the golf course. So, what does this mean for him returning to real competitive PGA, potentially major play, Greeny, in your estimation?
Well, that's what we're going to get. We're going to get major championships, maybe the WGC, maybe Jack's tournament, maybe Arnie's tournament, and that might be about it for Tiger. But here's the thing. When I look at his swing really closely, you see the right leg is not doing a whole lot in the golf swing. Now, big hitters get their power from the ground. So you really use your legs to drive from the ground up, and you kind of push off of the ground. The fact that he can't push really with that right leg yet tells me a lot and tells me that we're not really close. Now, the question will be, how long is it going to take to get some strength back in that leg? So that's definitely one of the things you look at is, his right leg is almost coming off the ground right before impact, like he's really trying to favor it. And he really looks bulked up on the upper half of his body. So he might be trying to compensate for the lack of lower body strength, especially in the right leg, with some upper body strength. So keep an eye on that. But, people are saying the Masters. Right now, I don't see that.
Mark Greenhill's joining us, and I saw an interview with him. I believe he was talking to Nick Faldo, and he asked him, is there pain in the swing? And he kind of paused and said the answer was something to the effect of, not really, but if I give the swing I want to give on every swing, then yes, there is pain. So clearly not back all the way. So you think Masters is in question? Do you think he does play in a major in 2022 at some point, Greeny?
I don't know, but I think the key for me, like I said, watching these swings and watching what we're going to see at the PNC, I'll need to see what happens in 2 months. So if I see him hitting golf shots in 2 months and I see a little bit of leg drive with that right leg, then you start to get a little, it piques your interest that maybe Augusta National is a possibility, and the Masters is a possibility. But beyond that, I really don't know. I mean, St. Andrews, the Open Championship is a venue he's won at before. That could be a place to look at more of a return. The Masters for me is probably, right now, I would say it's probably maybe a 20% proposition that he would play.
Greeny, what's going on in the golf world right now do we need to know about? Looks like the QBE shootout. Is this some sort of duo pairing event that is going on?
Yeah, it's kind of like a hit and giggle. They play different formats in this thing, so they'll play some alternate shots, some best ball. Even Lexi Thompson's playing in this thing, so they mix it up a little bit. So this is kind of one of those events that's the fun time of year. I mean, we used to get the skins game around Thanksgiving. We really don't have that anymore. We had the match with Brooks and Bryson. We got a real event last week with the Hero, so that, with 20 top players in the world, so that's a primetime event. But this one is kind of it. And then it's the last time that we really see an official event until the Century Tournament of Champions the first week in January.
Greeny, I always like to mix a Clemson question in for you, since you are a Tiger, and the Tigers are in the news because they're losing some assistants, losing their offensive and defensive coordinators, it appears, with Venables to Oklahoma, and potentially a UVA has found their man as well in Tony Elliott. So, a new challenge for Dabo here. Maybe that's a good thing. Maybe that lights a fire under him after a down year for Clemson in their terms, but a pretty good year overall for the Tigers in the win column. So how about losing these coordinators, and how much of a hit for Dabo and the program is that, Greeny?
I think it's much more of a hit on the defensive side of the ball. I mean, Venables being here for 10 years and the defense really blossoming. I mean, the main reason they went out and got Brent Venables was they got blown out by West Virginia in a bowl game, and Brent Venables became available because basically Stoops at Oklahoma let him go because they had a little trouble on the defensive side of the ball. The way I look at that, though, Clemson right now has a very good group of players returning on the defensive side of the ball. They've got some recruits coming in. I know they've lost one out of New Jersey as safety, but if they can maintain the rest of the guys that they have coming in with what they have coming back, guys like Brian Brissy coming back off of injury, this defense right now, like the players that are coming back, I mean, somebody as a defensive coordinator could walk in and for the next 2 years, if they didn't recruit anybody, this would be a top defense for the next 2 years. On the offensive side of the ball, I still maintain that if Clemson had mediocre quarterback play in the first half of the year, they'd be undefeated right now and they'd be going to play in the playoff. Of course, with mediocre offense in the playoff, you get crushed. So obviously they got to figure out the quarterback side of things. If DJ Uyunglele is the answer, if he can figure it out. But there's always a kid named Cade Klubnik coming out of Texas that's thrown it all over the yard in the high school playoffs down in Texas. So I think it's less of an issue that you're losing Tony Elliott on that side of the ball. It'll be interesting to see if he fills the offensive side from within, because he's got guys like Streeter and Grisham that are both got involved in the passing game already on staff. I would say maybe, you could look at the guy that I forget, Manny Diaz out of Miami that got fired. He was a defensive coordinator. So, there's options out there.
Yeah. Mark Greenhill's joining us. Greeny, coaching offense and running an offense in football is not that hard. All you got to do is pass it 3 times and run the ball 45 times like the Patriots did the other night, and you win. It's simple, right?
Yeah, that was an interesting game watching the Patriots. But I guess, and I saw it broken down even more, where one of their key drives to take to get the lead and extend the lead, they actually ran the same play 4 times. They flipped it from one side of the field to the other, and back, and then back. I guess if nobody's going to stop you, you might as well keep running the ball, right?
That was wild, and just Bill Belichick doing his thing, and really, credit the Patriots' offensive line had to love that game, just run blocking, only going back to pass block 3 times. But Patriots, hottest team in the NFL right now, and Greeny, my Washington football team, the hottest team in the NFC. So our team's playing pretty good right now. Greeny, good stuff. What you got coming up Saturday on the Golf Shop Radio Show?
So as always, we'll catch up with our man Bill Bender. Then we will check in with Rob Spellman of Golf Aficionado. He's going to tell us what great resort he's been to lately. We've got Jonathan Snyder, who's going to talk adaptive golf, as the United States Golf Association has added a U.S. Open for adaptive golf. So that's a brand new event that you'll look for in 2022. And we'll also catch up with, I think, Greensboro's own John McGinnis, who's got a new radio show coming out with David Faraday. So those 2 guys on radio, I don't know how long that show's going to last. If they might kick him off. The FCC might kick him off.
Good stuff. Sounds good. Greeny will be locked in 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. Saturday morning right here on Pirate Radio. Appreciate your time today. Have a great show tomorrow, Greeny, and we'll talk again soon.
All right, thanks, Clip. Have a good weekend.
Thank you. Mark Greenhill, Golf Shop Radio Show. Let's take a time out. We'll come back when we return. Panthers coming off a bye. Chandler's last stand. Tony is kind of already given up. We'll talk Panthers Falcons, and we'll pick Week 14 of the NFL when we return on Pirate Radio Live. Back with you after this.
Looking for that perfect gift or stocking stuffer for a friend, work colleague, or family member? Well, Tommy's Express Car Wash has the perfect idea for you. Come to Tommy's now and purchase a gift card for unlimited washes for the month, and you get a gift card for free. That's right, it's buy one, get one free on the Premier Works Unlimited Car Wash only at Tommy's. Unlimited cards are available for $34.99. Buy one, get one free. Going on now at Tommy's Express Car Wash at the corner of Greenville Boulevard and Red Banks Road, Greenville.
When fun finally returns, Bud Light legends don't just come back. They come roaring back, carrying a cooler full of Bud Lights, an inflatable dolphin, and those Velcro pads with the balls that stick to them. And this summer, with a cooler at their side, they're gonna make up for all the fun we've missed. Welcome back, Bud Light legends. It's time to take summer by the coolers. Cooler up at BudLightLegends.com. Enjoy responsibly. 2021 AB Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
North Carolina State Parks is proud to announce that they have partnered with the Hometown Strong program. Our visitor centers are now equipped with public Wi-Fi to help kids with school. Remote learning has become a critical public health measure in maintaining social distance and continuing to educate our young people. Take advantage of Wi-Fi and a hike at Goose Creek State Park, or a day trip to the beach and access remote learning at Fort Macon State Park. For more information, visit hometownstrong.nc.gov.
Every team knows that the two-point play can be a winning move. That's why I'm here. State Farm agent Timothy Sawyer and my team are here to help you go for two by combining your home and auto insurance. It's a great call that saves you time and money. So go for the win and score some savings by combining your home and auto. It's just another way we're here to help life go right. Call me, Timothy Sawyer, at 493-0002 today.
Hi, this is Jeff Charles, and welcome inside the booth. Pirate football is fun again. We'll have some thoughts next.
The Pirate Radio Podcast.
Coach Jeff Connors.
Steve Logan wanted, and same thing with Bill Lewis, their priority was they wanted the team to be highly conditioned. You know, we won a lot of games in 91 in the fourth quarter, and I think that's something that we were somewhat known for. There was no other coach that I ever worked for that allowed me to run the team the way that I ran them under Bill Lewis, under Steve Logan, and particularly Steve.
Listen to every Pirate Radio podcast now by visiting our podcast channel and subscribing in Apple iTunes or SoundCloud.
There are certainly more things important in the world than ECU football, but it is important to a lot of people. I remember the late Jim Valvano said games are important, but they're really not important. Get it? The vibe around town when ECU is winning football games is a lot different than when the Pirates are struggling. That's why this season with a 7-5 record has put smiles on a lot of people's faces. I'm happy first for the players who have put their blood, sweat, and tears in the program. Second for the coaches who have worked so hard. And third for the fans who have stuck with the program. Without the fans, there is no football team. So thank you, Pirate Nation. It is feeling like the good old days are coming back. And it's been so long, we almost forgot what it felt like. Come on back again next time, and we'll visit inside the booth.
The busiest travel days of the year will soon be here. What better way to arrive at Grandma's house, or any house, than in a beautiful new vehicle? Phelps Chevrolet in Greenville. The new models are a feast for the eyes, and as comfortable as mashed potatoes and apple pie. And comfortable is the way you feel each and every time you visit our dealership. Come in and get you one. Phelps Chevrolet in Greenville. Come in and see our holiday savings. You'll drive home satisfied.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, W224EI Greenville, WDLX Washington, and W281CH Washington. You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. Save lives, be a hero, and make $700 your very first month donating plasma at Grifols Biomat USA. It's the easiest way to make extra money. Start now at Biomat USA on 505 South Memorial Drive. Make up to $700 in a month and save lives now at Grifols Biomat USA. A better donor experience and better pay. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Hey, Jersey Mike's is open 7 days a week for lunch and dinner. You can order in the store or online through the Jersey Mike's app. Jersey Mike's, a sub above. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here's Clip Rock.
All righty, week 14. I hate saying it, and I keep saying it, and it's sad to say it is slowly slipping away from our grasp this football season. And it has been a wild one, maybe wilder than normal with all the parity in the NFL. We pick a great team every week, and then they lose, and we have to pick a new great team, and there just are no great teams. Are the Patriots a great team? I don't know. They went to Buffalo and won a weird one the other night, running the football 40-plus times and throwing the football 3 times. So right now, let's do a quick playoff picture as we welcome in Tony Dunn to the conversation. And in the AFC, the Patriots would get the bye. It would be Titans versus Bills. I like that. Ravens, Bengals, and Chiefs, Chargers. Those would be your playoff matchups on Super Wild Card Weekend.
And we don't know anything about any of those teams. You know, we really don't know if any of them are very good teams.
That would be the Music City Miracle rematch.
That it would. And a rematch of a great Monday night game from earlier this year, right? Cardinals will get the bye in the NFC. It would be Packers versus Niners. Washington at Tampa. Heineke revenge game. And the Cowboys hosting the Rams. That would be the matchups if the playoffs started today.
So we would have a watch along for the wild card game like we did earlier this year, where the Washington football team hosted the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So
yeah, it'd be fun.
It could
in
be
fact,
like reversed.
I'm rooting for that.
Yeah, me too.
I'll sit in this chair and then you can sit in this chair.
I'm always rooting for a watch along.
Me too. They're fun.
I was about to say,
invited to
you would be invited to this one.
Oh, really? I hope so.
I was about to say I don't want to see the Bucs, but then again, would I rather go to Lambeau?
I honestly,
well, you technically have beaten the Bucks this year, so you want some, get some.
I guess.
I guess you don't want to face the revenge Bucks,
the angry Brady Bucks.
Ugh.
No, thank you.
Angry Brady Bucks.
Not a fan of that. All right, so gentlemen's Panthers, Tony. We got a lot to talk about.
One second before the Panthers. How the heck are the 49ers in the play good and in the playoffs?
I don't know.
They must be the team that I have not paid attention to all year that somehow is winning.
And I'm not picking them this week, and I shouldn't have picked them last week. Who had it? Tony had the Seahawks beating the Niners.
I did get it.
All right, Redbeard's already got a question.
Panther news and opinions.
He said, I got to ask Tony, how does Joe Brady go from Panthers want him forever to getting fired on his day off? Was that a surprising move, Tony?
No. Maybe the timing of the week, right? Is that if you are going to fire in the bye week, you expect them to do
during the
it,
week,
earlier. And again, this kind of is about my criticism with Matt Rule at this point, or one of the many criticisms, is that the indecisiveness of his decisions.
Well, and too, Tony, last week we talked about how stable, calm, consistent Ron Rivera is, and how Rule is did we come up with a word? Was it finicky?
He's fickle,
impatient.
And we saw that. I thought about you when I saw that news. Yeah. I was like, this kind of feels like that.
And if he would have done it on Tuesday, you go, oh man, he had planned on this. He had been considering a thing. It was just like he had looked all week. He has been reading the newspapers. He is starting to feel the heat on his own seat, and then he fired Joe Brady. To Redbeard's question or point, though, I'd say who wanted him forever? Is that, that like we don't know? Is that we didn't really know much about him?
He was Wonder Boy for a while.
He was a name that people continue to tell us was some golden ticket to success.
He was behind I guess you could say behind the success for that magical season with LSU where they went undefeated, won the national championship with Joe Burrow. He was not the offensive coordinator at LSU. I think people get mistake. I think people think that he was the offensive coordinator at LSU at the time. He was not. He was the passing coordinator. The offensive coordinator was the guy that took his place at Baylor.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I can't remember his name.
Dave Aranda?
Yeah, so I'm sure he had some sort of success in that.
And now, how do you not do well in that system at this point? Look at how good Joe Burrow has transitioned to the NFL. Look at how good Cincinnati's become, and all the talent that was on that LSU team. It's kind of, is it the chicken or the egg type argument there?
And their head coach has already been fired. I don't know if you guys have mentioned that, but Coach O's out already without all those players.
It does. It is surprising to see that how quickly things have fallen apart in Carolina to where Joe Brady might not be the last person fired in all of this. Now,
is this a smokescreen?
What do you mean?
Is this hiding?
Well, Tony, didn't you say self-preservation? For Matt Rule,
I think so. You have to at some point show that you're trying to move the needle or do something, and while everything is going wrong, and it's almost to the point where there's too many people in the lifeboat, and somebody's got to get thrown out, and it's either me, you, or if we all sit in this boat together, we're all going to die together.
It's going to sink.
Yeah, and so I was a little surprised at this point that it happened at the bye week. I thought maybe it would happen at the end of the season, but some rumors have said now that they were contemplating at the end of last season, which I don't know if they're verified or not. But this Jeff Nixon guy,
yeah,
I tell you one thing is he is super charismatic at the podium. Seems very confident and upbeat given the kind of state of the team. And I've heard people say this: we already like him more than Matt Rule.
Oh, well, I did some research on Jeff Nixon. This is a guy that goes back with Matt Rule for a very long time. He was his roommate at Penn State. I believe he's been with Matt Rule every step of the way of his coaching career. I don't know if he was at Temple with Matt Rule, but I do know he was the offensive coordinator under Matt Rule at Baylor. And I guess when Matt Rule got the job in Carolina, he said, hey, look, of course, you've been with me every step of the way. I want you to come with me and join my staff. Hey, I'll let you be the running backs coach. I'll let you have one of the easiest jobs on the staff, coaching Christian McCaffrey. And I guess he knew he was going to be bringing in Joe Brady. But Jeff Nixon now is getting his chance to call plays and have some sort of success for this Panthers team, who still is technically in the playoff hunt.
Oh my gosh!
I don't know if Tony wants me to do this. I'm sure Chandler does. Do you want me to give you some hope?
No, I want to comment on what he's going to say there real quick.
All right, go ahead.
To Jeff Nixon's credit, you can say that. I mean, he does have a relationship that goes way back with Matt Rule, and also you can say that, like, hey, this is an easy job, I guess, coaching Christian McCaffrey. But to his credit, he has experience coaching running backs in the NFL. He was with, I believe, if Andy Reid was still, he was in Philadelphia when LaShawn McCoy was there. He was in Miami when Ajayi was there. Was one of them. So he has he's had been with some successful pro programs, and I think it's interesting that maybe he might have the most pro experience on this staff altogether.
All right,
give me the hope.
I got a scenario for you. You ready?
But we have to win out. I mean, I think that's the part of the scenario.
Yeah, but you won't hope each week. I'm gonna give you some hope for this week and next week. Washington loses to Dallas. That could happen. They're underdogs.
Okay.
San Francisco loses on the road at Cincinnati. I'm gonna pick that to happen.
I am as well.
The Panthers beat the Falcons.
Okay.
Not picking that, but
the Saints. They can beat the Jets. If they lose to the Jets, it'd help even more. But let's say the Saints beat the Jets. So everything I just said, very possible. That would make the Washington, San Fran, Minnesota, Eagles, Panthers, all with the same, and Saints, all with the same record for that final 2 playoff spots. Chandler's grinning. Tony's giving the whatever. But all I'm saying is, if that plays out, which is likely it plays out that way, the Panthers, I don't know how the tiebreakers would work, but for 2 spots in the playoffs, you guys would be tied with 6
Well, we've
teams.
beat the Saints. We've beaten the Falcons.
Lost to the Vikings.
Right.
Lost to the Eagles. Lost to Washington.
I do feel like the Vikings should just be forever kicked out of the playoff hunt for losing to the Lions.
That's like an eliminator?
Yeah. That should be like negate that should be their tiebreaker for the wrong way. It's like a double break.
Yeah, you're on to something there. So that just tells you how much of a logjam there is.
We'll be right back. Is the Panthers win this week, and then you'll go, oh my gosh, Jeff Nixon really revitalized this offense. This defense now is circling the wagons. It has statistically is better than we've given it credit for. And Buffalo, they're up and down every week. They could be down next week, and boy, imagine the momentum you catch if you beat a playoff contender like Buffalo. Ugh. I can't wait for that discussion.
I don't know what's the worst thing about the Panthers right now. The coach, the OC fired, McCaffrey hurt, or the schedule. We talked about it last week, Tony. But at Bills, Bucks, at Saints, at Bucks, they might have the toughest schedule left in football. They probably do.
Not very helpful.
That's brutal. All right, let's get a break in. We'll come back. We'll pick Falcons, Panthers, and the rest of Week 14 when we return on Pirate Radio Live. Back with you after this.
Hey Pirate fans, this is Cliff Godwin. I want to invite you to join our team on Saturday, February 5th for our 2022 Pirate Baseball Banquet. This event will be hosted by Pirate Radio's Brian Bailey, and we have 2 former ECU greats as our keynote speakers. Current first base coach for the Dodgers, Clayton McCullough, and current Oriole, Connor Norby. We will have a silent auction and an autograph hour at the ECU Student Center. The meal will be provided by the famous McCall's Barbecue and Seafood. All proceeds from the banquet will go directly to ECU Baseball. Get your tickets today at ECUPirates.com. Go Pirates!
Hey Pirate Nation, Lindsay Gray here with Carolina Caliber. In 1960, my granddaddy started his firearm business right here in Eastern NC. Still family owned and operated, we have the area's largest selection for outdoor shooting sports and accessories and are one of the nation's top firearm dealers. At Carolina Caliber, we have everything you need from hunting, home defense, and personal protection, including a wide variety for ladies and youth. We buy, sell, and trade. It's a time-honored tradition. Visit us at Carolina Caliber on Fire Tower Road in Winterville.
Christmas time is here, and your friends at E&S Hemp Company have a variety of products to help you have a stress, anxiety, and pain-free holiday season, including tinctures, edibles, topicals, and even smokable items. For every $45 spent, you will be eligible to enter their holiday raffle for a chance to win an awesome gift basket. E&S Hemp is located on Firetown Road near Sam Jones Barbecue, and be sure to check them out on Instagram and Facebook or online at eshempcompany.com.
This year, US Cellular is making a big deal out of the holidays. You can choose any phone from any brand free. That's right, any phone you see in our store is free. And get unlimited data for our best price of the season. Just $30 a month per line with 4 lines. Feel the locally grown joy from US Cellular, America's locally grown wireless. Limited time offer. Terms apply. See uscellular.com for details.
This is Brandon Tate, owner and operator of Atlantic Wireless, an authorized agent for US Cellular since 1997. Visit atlanticwireless.com to find the store near you. We go beyond the call.
Pizza. What you got there, Dad? Oh, man, the new Bacon Mania lineup from Papa John's. Oh, it's the triple bacon pizza, topped with full strips of bacon. Woo, that smell of bacon through the house has everyone showing up. And I mean everyone. It's the season of bacon at Papa John's. Better ingredients, better pizza.
Hey Pirate fans, Derek Pizzeni from Carolina Wealth Management. Are you a fiduciary? That's a question every investor should ask their advisor. A fiduciary is an individual who acts in the best interest of a particular person or beneficiary. Is your advisor a fiduciary? You should know it's your money. At Carolina Wealth Management, we do things differently from other investment firms. To learn more about the benefits of working with a fiduciary advisor, visit mycarolinawealth.com. That's mycarolinawealth.com.
I'm Michael Vaughn with East Coast Grading and Utilities. Many of you know my dad, David Vaughn, and his work in putting in subdivisions all over Pirate Nation. But East Coast Grading and Utilities is not just for those type of big jobs. We're here for the homeowners. Whether it's concrete, driveways, hauling rock, or sand, whatever you need, East Coast Grading and Utilities can get the job done. Call us at 252-531-7494 or check us out on Facebook at East Coast Grading and Utilities.
This is a public notice only at Discount Mattress and Furniture, 1501 Evans Street in Greenville. Every single item must be sold at pennies on the dollar, up to 75% off mattresses, furniture, wall to wall. Only at Discount Mattress and Furniture, all wood chest, $99. Computer desk, $99. Nightstands, $49. Dinette sets, table and 4 chairs, $199. Chairs, end tables, coffee tables, $20. Hurry, when it's gone, it's gone. Winning is not everything, it's the only thing.
Pirate Radio.
We'll strap it on with anybody, anywhere, it doesn't matter. I know this, I want to win or lose with the group that we have in our locker room.
The voice of the Pirate Nation. You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. Save lives, be a hero, and make $700 your very first month donating plasma at Grifols Biomat USA. It's the easiest way to make extra money. Start now at Biomat USA on 505 South Memorial Drive. Make up to $700 in a month and save lives now at Grifols Biomat USA. A better donor experience and better pay. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Do you need custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items for your business, organization, or event? We'll keep it local and print it local with University Sportswear. Contact them today at universitysportswearenc.com, the official sportswear provider of Pirate Radio for 18 years. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
All right, let's make some picks on the year. I am 112-66 straight up. Chandler / Glenn, mostly Chandler at this point. 112-66. Tony, 5 games back, 107-71.
We're all doing pretty good.
We're not.
This is bad.
This is not good.
We've actually had some good years. I mean, there's been a couple of years in the past we've come in here and been like 13-3, 11-0, and like weeks in a row.
This year we have had multiple 500 or below 500 records.
I mean, I only got 3. I went 3-13 one time this season, which is crazy. But I will continue to argue that while I don't know much about football, at the same time, no one can predict half of these games at this point.
And we said it. I mean, there's always a major upset on the schedule. The problem is trying to pick it and being out there on an island by yourself picking it. So, Falcons at Panthers. I'm Panthers off a bye. I'm going to take Carolina to win.
You're not going Carolina, are you? You said it earlier.
Yeah, he is.
This is my last leg, and
could you put that away, please?
What was that, Greg Olson 7-4 crew?
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna go Panthers, just for the sake of our season.
I would say for the last 5 days, week in and week out, I have thought about this. Week in and week out.
For the last week and a half?
For the last 5 days. I'm taking Atlanta. I don't care.
Tony has spent weeks thinking about these last couple of days.
Yeah, I need to make up a game.
You're taking the Falcons?
Yeah. It's a bad time.
They are... Now, if I had some Falcons fans on this side of the table, I could say, all right, guys, I'm going to run a scenario for you and say everything I just said and say, Falcons beat the Panthers, then they're in that 6-win group. So this is an important game, actually, for both these teams.
It is, and they seem to be heading in the right direction while we have been heading in the wrong direction. But maybe Jeff Nixon and the change of scenery, or maybe it does something for the Panthers. I do want Cam to have. I just need to see the Panthers. I don't know. I almost want to just to pass on this game.
I can see us getting the win on Sunday, and some of those delusional fan accounts that I follow on Instagram and Twitter having Jeff Nixon's like picture and saying local man saves city over one win against the Falcons.
God, I feel guilty.
I love delusional.
I feel
Chandler.
so guilty right now.
All right, Browns Ravens. CJ, we'll bring you in real quick as a AFC North hack.
We never did talk about the one specific player on the Steelers.
Yeah, let's get your first of all,
Les Claypool.
Your what band was that?
That is Primus.
Okay, let's get your take on Chase Claypool real quick. You ready to cut him now?
Oh, we're getting real close, Clip. We're getting real close.
You're gonna still give him a shot
to cutting him?
I don't want that.
Well, not cut him, but
did you see what happened?
Yeah, where he and then he yelled at everybody.
Yeah,
afterwards.
then he got
Did
mad.
you see the post-game interview?
I did not see that.
He blamed Trey Turner. He said, I was trying to...
Trey Turner?
Our Trey Turner.
Our Trey Turner.
I didn't even know that until today.
I forgot
He said he was trying to, do his thing, kind of celebrate the first down, and he said...
Why would he want to do that?
I know, and then it got worse. He said then he came and knocked the ball out of my hands while I was trying to give the ball to the ref. No, you weren't. You were on a knee. You were still celebrating.
Steve Smith called him out as just kind of a basic wide receiver on the Pat McAfee show.
Did you see what Ryan Clark said about
Ryan Clark is 100% correct.
Yeah, he torched him today.
He is overdeveloped as a physical football player because he's got all the tools that you want, but mentally he's wildly underdeveloped. He has no awareness of what's going on other than what he's doing at any given time.
Kids these days.
Kids. All right. Ravens Browns, CJ. If the Ravens win this game, they win the North. This is a North clincher for them. Fair to say. Bengals are still. Let's see. Do they play each other? Let's see if the Ravens.
The Ravens lost last week, didn't they?
They had a 2-point conversion against the Steelers. They are at Cincinnati. Ooh, their schedule. How about this schedule for the Ravens? At Browns, Packers, at Bengals, Rams, Steelers. Tough schedule for them.
Not the Steelers.
And I think I said
every game but that.
Wasn't it Clip last week that I said the lock was Ravens by 4? What game was it I said that?
I don't know, but let's just pretend you didn't.
I know.
CJ, your pick is unofficial, but you think the Ravens went on the road? Or?
I would definitely pick the Ravens.
The Browns are a home favorite in this game.
Browns are 4-2 at home.
I don't trust the Browns. I don't trust Baker Mayfield. If it's a close game in the fourth quarter, I don't trust Lamar much either. But give Baker the ball in 2 minutes to go, then he needs to lead and he's throwing a pick.
Big trust. I'm going to take the Ravens.
I'm going to go Browns at home on this one, but do you don't trust Lamar in the fourth? He just slays it in the fourth.
He's given us reasons to doubt him
as of late.
That Miami game in particular, but
I think they're just so injured. The Ravens squad right now, it's just been wrecked by injury. I'm going to take the Browns because I don't know why. I'm just trying to make a game up.
Chandler,
I'll let you have that opportunity. I'm going to take the Ravens. Opportunity.
Jaguars at Titans. I'll take Tennessee.
I think we all will. Is Urban Meyer the worst coach in the history of football?
No.
Is that Mo? Coach?
No, I don't know. I don't have my list prepared.
What a terrible.
But Urban Meyer.
How awful is it? Have you seen this picture floating around that's got my man Gardner Minshew compared to Trevor Lawrence through his first 12 games?
No.
Oh, it's awesome.
Oh, the stats?
It puts the stats, but at the bottom, it has these 3 extra categories, and one is spirit animal. And for Gardner Minshew, it's Uncle Rico. And for Trevor Lawrence, it's Sarah Jessica Parker. And it's like, could he beat the mascot in a fight? And one is like, hell yeah. And then for Trevor Lawrence, it's like, destroy. And it's awesome.
Have you seen
I'm a Minshew fan, dude.
Did you see the video of him and his dad after the game?
Who? Minshew?
Minshew and his
No,
dad?
I haven't.
I mean, it was very I don't know. It was kind of.
It was aggressive broing. A lot of hugs,
it was
punches,
a lot of
handshakes.
emotional switches going off because he was very excited. Then he looked like he was ready to beat his dad up.
I can't wait to
maybe
look
4 or
this
5
up.
times. He punched him in the chest.
Have you seen the fallout from the Jaguars? James Robinson got pulled for
benched.
fumbling, and then Hyde went in, fumbled. Then they put Robinson in, who's kind of been dealing with stuff late in the game to run out the clock. And Robinson was asked about this, and he was not trying to be a jerk or anything. He was very honest. I don't know. The coaches told me to go in, so I went and played. And the interviewers kept trying to get something out of him. Do you think that was weird? Was that strange that you were in? And he was like, I guess it was a little strange. Yeah.
It's a mess in
that
Jacksonville.
goes back to your original question.
It's just bizarre how bad it is. He ruined Trevor. He ruined the best prospect in the history of football.
I'll say it is too early to make all these declarative statements. But Urban Meyer keeps saying, I am committed to staying here and turning around this franchise.
Except for they asked me to leave, but I will not leave.
That's what.
Just like that bar I was at last night, I would not leave.
Right now, the questions are you going to go back to college to a big time school? And he says, I'm committed to staying here. And then when Shad Khan fires him, he's going to say, no, I'm committed to staying here. I'm not leaving.
I will not leave.
Who's coming with me? Raiders at Chiefs. I'm taking the Chiefs, but I think this will be a close game.
I was going to say, I think the Raiders at least cover. I don't know if they can win on the road.
10 is a lot of points.
I'm going to take the Chiefs.
I'll go Raiders. I'll go on the island.
Wow, I like it. Saints at Jets. Alvin Kamara back.
I'm going to let y'all go first.
I like the Jets plus the points, but I will take the Saints to win. Kind of a last gasp for their season.
You know what? I'm going to take the Jets here.
I'll take Jets too.
Okay. All right. When we return, Cowboys at Washington and the rest of the Week 14 slate. We're back with more. Tony Dunn joins us after this.
Everyone's favorite holiday tradition is back for 2021. Dance Arts Theater presents The Nutcracker, December 11th and 12th at Rod Auditorium on the campus of ECU. Proceeds from this special event will be donated to the Children's Hospital at Vidant Medical Center in Greenville. Come experience the magic as Dance Arts Theater celebrates their 29th season of this family holiday favorite. There are 3 performances to choose from. Purchase your tickets now by calling 1-800-ECU-ARTS. That's 1-800-ECU-ARTS.
What the heck was that?
Oh, that was Chuck from Naughty Dog. They just did a new beer release, and he gets so excited he runs around town screaming and telling everyone. I told him I would cut this new commercial instead and let people know to get to Naughty Dog this holiday season to try their new beers, that they're open 7 days a week, and that they're doing a fundraiser to drop off food and toys for dogs. Go to Naughty Dog Brewing Company on Main Street in downtown Winterville today, and maybe you'll see Chuck there screaming. Follow Naughty Dog on Facebook and Instagram for more fun.
Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays. This is Bram Anderson from Tiebreakers, thanking everyone for their support the past 20 years we've been in business. I hope you will join us for lunch and dinner with family and friends. We are open 7 days a week in Greenville or at our new Winterville location on Railroad Street. If you need food to go or a catering for a fun upcoming gathering, give us a call. Break the chain and eat local at Tiebreakers.
Do you suffer from allergies, asthma, or any other sinus problems? Perhaps professional cleaning of your air ducts could help. Family owned and operated in Winterville for over 22 years, Carolina Quality Air was the first certified duct cleaning company in Eastern North Carolina. From residential to commercial, they can handle any size job, big or small, including our studios here at Pirate Radio. Carolina Quality Air uses a sanitizer that kills mold in your ductwork and over 100 viruses, including the coronavirus. Visit them online at carolinaqualityair.com.
You'll save a whole lot of money with Christmas cash savings from Bostic Sugg Furniture. Spruce up your home in style and save up to 15% off store-wide, plus 6 months special financing, or choose 48 months special financing. Give yourself the gift of better sleep on a new mattress with 48 months special financing, plus a wide selection of in-stock and top-of-the-line Serta and Restonic mattresses. Don't miss Christmas cash savings going on now at Bostic Sugg Furniture.
Ahoy there, mateys! It's Captain Jack Spare of R&R Tire Express, your local tire and wheel shop in Greenville, offering affordable, easy payment options for easy ownership. Savvy? Our customers love our treasure of tires and wheels, easy payment options, and customer care package too. To learn more about R&R, stop by 3920 US 264 or rnrtires.com.
Although innovative new resources such as digital media and social networks have grown in popularity, smart marketers recognize that printing is a mainstay.
We live in an age of computer hacking, scams, and fly-by-night businesses, so it's reassuring to consumers when they receive printed marketing pieces.
It exemplifies business confidence and conveys a high level of commitment.
It also fosters trust, which leads to engagement and ultimately brand loyalty.
When you're ready to grow your business, come to PIP, where business goes to grow.
At Jimmy John's, we don't make sandwiches. We make the sandwich of sandwiches. We use fresh veggies because we don't hate salads. We just feel bad for them. We make our sandwiches exactly how you want because you're the one who's eating it. And we bake bread all day, every day because stale bread isn't bread. It's croutons. Sandwich history is written by the victors. Good thing we have legible handwriting. Jimmy John's, the sandwich of sandwiches. Order pickup or delivery on the app.
This is Coach Donnie Kirkpatrick, offense coordinator for ECU football, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. Save lives, be a hero, and make $700 your very first month donating plasma at Grifols Biomat USA. It's the easiest way to make extra money. Start now at Biomat USA on 505 South Memorial Drive. Make up to $700 in a month and save lives now at Grifols Biomat USA. A better donor experience and better pay. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. When your AC or your heater needs repair or replacing, call on the reliable service professionals of Delcor Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. Go to DelcorInc.com or give them a call at 321-8868. Delcor, the service professionals in Greenville. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip Rock.
All right, back with you on Pirate Radio Live. Here on a Friday, we'll open up the Pirate Radio Treasure Chest coming up in Hour 3. Morgan Ahlers going to join us in just a little bit, but right now we'll continue talking NFL, making our picks, and this is what I wanted: a big game at glorious FedEx Field on a Sunday in December against the Dallas Cowboys. And Washington's won 4 in a row, Cowboys are getting healthy. Cowboys are a favorite in this game, as they should be. Washington's 4 wins have all come as underdogs. And what do you guys think about the matchup?
Let's effing go! Is that what he said?
Who?
Rivera?
Ron Rivera. Oh, Ron Rivera said a lot. Thanks for reminding me. Mike McCarthy came out with we're going to win this game, a practical guarantee, which I said yesterday doesn't mean anything. There's no stakes behind it or anything. But Ron Rivera was asked about it. Shirley, do you have that? We'll pull it up in a second. I love Rivera, and I like these comments because it makes the game fun, like more fun than it is already. But I don't know if he necessarily had to say anything about it, but he did respond. Here's Rivera's comments.
Mike McCarthy basically guaranteed a win, going out there and saying Dallas will get this victory. What is your response when you hear a head coach saying that?
I think it's interesting. I don't think it's important. I think that's the big mistake, is because as far as I'm concerned, you do that for a couple of reasons. One is you want to get in our head. And so I've told our players, that's interesting. It's not important. What's important is our preparation, getting ready to play on Sunday. Secondly, he's trying to convince his team. So again, I think that's another mistake, because he's now made it about him and what he said. It's not about his players anymore. So I think that's the big mistake. That's why, to me, you don't do those things. What you do is you focus in on, you get ready, and you play football. We show up on Sunday, and we'll see what happens.
This is soft. Ron Rivera needs to come out stronger than that.
That's always been Ron Rivera.
I don't know. I like that he basically said that McCarthy made a mistake. I mean, Rivera, I don't like any of, as a fan, I enjoy it, but it does nothing to help your cause when you're going back and forth about who's going to win the game.
I'm just saying, I'd like them to come out a little stronger and say, I'm glad they feel that way. Man, we've been underdogs all for the last 4 weeks. That's fine. This is our game. But I'm not really going to be upset at Mike McCarthy for saying they're going to win. What else is he supposed to say?
Exactly. As I said when I said man says his team will win this weekend. And it happens every week by millions across the country.
Unless he was scoffing at the Washington football team. But he said we will win this football game. I mean, if you say it in a context that's not overly arrogant but confident, but it'd be another thing we didn't even have to practice, we're going to win this football game. That would be different, or I guarantee a win. But you would, I don't know. I like confidence. And Ron Rivera, I would say, is a little soft. And I bet you this, I know that's not what Ron Rivera said in the locker room.
Definitely.
Interesting.
Yeah. I think McCarthy's kind of a dope.
Of course, he's a big goofball.
The Cowboys will win because of the players they have.
They won't win because of Mike McCarthy, that's for sure.
I agree.
Maybe Dan Quinn, but hey, any given Sunday, and this is a Ron Rivera type atmosphere. Go knock off a big team, right? A rival at that moment, catching momentum in the way of the playoffs.
It's going to have to be ugly. We can't keep up with Dallas scoring. It can't be a score fest. It's going to have to be like the Raiders last week or these other games we've seen where they're playing in the teens. And I just don't know if we can hold Dallas, under 24 to 28 points.
I mean, they have shown some vulnerability. I mean, Denver did it.
Yeah.
Denver did it. It's not impossible. I mean, I wouldn't go in there thinking, hey, we're going to hold them and do this, but it's possible, and this is where you want to be right now. And Clip, how excited are you that you have a meaningful game in December, man?
I'm very excited. I am.
Awesome.
This is what I asked for. This is what I wanted.
A month ago, you were looking at this game, and you said it earlier this week. I mean, every game is in. I don't know how you said it, but I was like, a month ago, you're probably looking at this game and going,
yeah,
what this game isn't going to mean anything. But what you said was, any game against the Cowboys in terms of the Washington football team, is important because it's a big rival. But this means even more after this 4-game winning streak for the football team.
Who would have thought even 5 minutes ago that all of us would be sitting around the table saying, our team's got a shot at the playoffs?
All of our teams have a shot.
That's right. We're all in it.
Even the Dolphins and the Steelers. In the hunt.
We are average.
All right. Will Mike McCarthy's team win this game?
Yes.
All right.
I mean, I don't know. I got to try to at least make picks and try. I've already picked a couple of long shots here.
I'm going to go Washington just so I can hear you next week on Pirate Radio Live and see it all over Twitter. People making fun of Mike McCarthy. I
would
making fun of him, and then you getting on Brian Bailey on Monday. I can just see that happening. I'm going to go Washington because I want to see that. I want to see Mike McCarthy be made fun of, and he gets made fun of all the time. But man, this would be an all-time high, and then that conversation with Brian Bailey on Monday,
happen now.
It's going to be fun.
That would be so much fun. What a fun week next week would be.
I just don't know if the world is ready for Clip to be that happy.
There's already a dark cloud over my head today. I'm taking Washington just because they're hot, and I don't believe they'll win, but I'm going to root for my team. Might as well, right? Seahawks at Texans. How about the Seahawks coming off the mat last week and getting a victory?
Poor David Culley. I just saw it today. They're coming out and saying that Davis Mills, whatever his name is,
a.k.a. David Seals,
is going to be the starter for the rest of the year. I asked CJ earlier today before the show, and I said, I thought Tyrod Taylor was doing
He hurt his hand or something.
Did a doctor try to kill him again? Like in L.A.?
No, just the opposing team this time.
I'll take the Seahawks on the road.
I will as well.
Seahawks.
And one thing I brought up on the C3 Panthers podcast this week, or actually it was on Debate My Take, which you guys got to check out, is that we love to credit, we love to find information that verifies like what we already believe. So I just want to bring up Scott Fitter came from Seattle, and people that want to say, look, man, this is an innovative team that trades back and accumulates picks that got a Russell Wilson in the 3rd round. I also want to point out that if you put the fingerprints of Scott Fitter on those moves, you also got to put it on trading for Jamal Adams, who is now hurt, and a 1st round pick for him. I don't know, so just an interesting thing, but no Jamal Adams, and they're better.
All right. Going to be emotional at Mile High Sports Authority in Vesco Field.
Yep.
When the Lions go on a run.
The Lions at the Broncos. Hey, kudos to the Lions for getting that win.
Yeah. Man, did you see the reaction from that team?
That was great.
Did you see the reaction of Jared Goff's girlfriend?
Yes.
Did you see Dan Campbell biting kneecaps off in post-game?
No, Tony just looked at Jared Goff's girlfriend.
That's right. Actually, that's all I did.
What's the spread?
Oh, I did see your thing about that on Twitter.
It's kind of funny, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
It's a middle-aged joke.
Broncos are a 10-point favorite.
It was an average joke.
Yeah, it's average.
I don't know if they win by that much, but I'll take Denver.
I will as well.
Broncos.
Giants at Chargers.
I think we all know the answer to this.
We do, but
Jake Fromm is going to go in there and show who should have been drafted at number 1.
Maybe the Chargers fans would love a blowout, right? Have they ever blown a team out in their franchise's history?
I picked the Chargers.
They beat the Bengals last week pretty bad.
Looks like former Giants offensive coordinator Jason Garrett's going to be the guy at Duke.
Oh, is he?
That?
The Clapper.
Clap on.
You taking the Chargers?
I'm going to take the Chargers.
49ers at Bengals. I'll take the Bengals on a bounce back.
I will as well.
Niners trying to bounce back too, by the way, after a loss last week.
I'm going to take the Fighting Redbeards.
Okay. We're all on the Bengals. Wow. Bills at Bucks. This is a good one. I believe this is in the 4 o'clock window. Bucks, Bills. What's wrong with the Bills?
They're not that good. They got old.
How'd they get old?
They're getting paid.
Their defense is old. Older.
I mean, Bruce Smith's still playing.
I got the Bucks here. The Bucks are on that. They've hit that point where
Cornelius Bennett. I'm going to just name some old Bills.
Mario Addison.
Okay. Who'd you take?
Star Latulele.
Bucks?
Bucks for me.
Bucks.
The Bucks. I will take them as well. Bears at Packers Sunday Night Football. Aaron Rodgers owns the Bears.
Did you see what's his name? Jimmy Graham talk about that statement? I own you, and he's like,
what he said?
He said, I say that to fans all the time. So he's like, I just don't, I'm not mic'd up, and he really just kind of complimented that, like, hey, we're trying to beat the crap out of the guys on the other side of us. So yeah, that's what you say when you beat them up.
I wonder if I could find the record, Aaron Rodgers' record.
I think he's only lost once to them or something. It's wild.
Aaron Rodgers' record against the Bears. This says 22-5. This was 2 days ago.
Own them.
Good grief. He's
or
11.
The Bears just stink for the last 10 years.
11-3 on the road, which would make him 11-2 at home. That is nuts, man.
I will take the Packers.
Yes, I will as well. And good Monday night game, back-to-back weeks with good Monday night football games. Rams at Cardinals. I had the Rams as my NFC team going into the year. I have been poo-pooing the Cardinals and all that they've done, and I'm going to do that for one more week. I'm going to dance with the girl I brought, which would be Matt Stafford and all his Detroit warts showing up in L.A. I'm going to take the Rams on the road to beat the Cardinals, the healthy Cardinals, right? Kyler, Hopkins.
Well, the guys are back. I don't know how healthy they are, but they came back with a vengeance already. I'm going to go Cardinals.
Tony is a bit of a Cardinals believer. Chandler?
Who was the opponent?
The Rams.
And I don't even think Chandler picked the last game. I think
I just gave him the Packers.
Yeah, Packers.
Okay.
I'm going to go Arizona.
All right. There you go. Speaking of game time decisions, Dalvin Cook returned, and we didn't know if he was going to be able to play. He has over 100 yards in the first. It finishes with 205 rushing yards, 2 touchdowns, 27 carries.
I turned on Thursday Night Football, and it was 9-0. And the first play I watched was Dalvin Cook run through this hole that was the size of it was like a Grand Canyon.
He got me 28 points in the first half.
And I said, you know what? I'm just going to watch TV show.
I turned it off, too.
It turned out to be an okay game.
I had to come back to it, though. But, not a great defensive effort last night from the Pittsburgh Steelers.
We got to get rid of Thursday Night Football. It needs to go.
You think so?
Yeah.
Just
selfishly, as a fan, I hope they don't.
You know what would be cool?
It's not good for the players.
And maybe we... I wonder if the SEC would ever start playing Thursday Night Football. Throw a Bama, Mississippi State,
and then no one watches Thursday Night Football. For
I'm saying
how we get rid of it. We got to get a better product.
I mean, that could be a start. Or in your scenario, if you just take it away, I need something good to replace it. And sometimes the college games aren't great matchups, but yeah, I watch it as a fan. I hate when my team's playing on Thursday night. But
I've heard just players talk about it a lot lately, and I'm all for moving to a 2-bye system. A 2-bye system and get rid of Thursday Night Football. Maybe give us a Saturday night game or something.
We're starting to get into that soon. The Saturdays.
I was going
or doubleheader on Monday night.
The Bills game for us next week has not even been determined if it's going to be a Saturday or a Sunday game.
Oh, so is week 15?
I was at
the start of Saturday NFL football.
Yeah, I was at Tiebreakers last night, and they have the Panthers schedule, and I was like, let me see who we play. And I did see that Bills game is either Saturday or Sunday.
Ooh, Raiders at Browns, and how about Patriots Colts Saturday night next week?
Fun.
I like it.
Now
our Saturday game last year was at the Packers. Remember that? It was actually a pretty good game.
This is not my original idea. I heard it, and I'm going to repeat it. But it kind of goes along. I brought up the double bye, Tony, during we're talking about player safety. They don't like Thursday Night Football. It's funny that we cut down the time in overtime, which will only lead to more ties. But they go from 15 minutes to 10 minutes because of player safety, and there's less likelihood they get hurt. But we're going to tack on an extra game at the end of the year, an entire 60-minute football game. I mean, how hypocritical is that? So, player safety is important when it doesn't hurt the bottom. No, they pick and choose when it is important.
I tell you this is we know that player safety is unimportant because where's the concussion protocol at these days? Like before, anytime a guy looked a little like he got hit hard. Just 2 years ago, they would take him out for 6 or 7 plays. Now, I don't even remember the last time someone came out of the tent and had to go to the locker room.
Yeah. Well, anyway. All right, Tony, good stuff.
Because player safety is boring, obviously.
It makes me yawn. It makes me tired. I want to watch guys kill each other on the football field.
That's kind of psychotic.
You don't get excited about a big hit, Chandler?
I don't get excited about people killing each other.
All right, fine. Buy Rough and Rowdy tonight. See Jeff Nadeau and Jersey Jerry.
Yes, sir. Let's go, big man. Let's go.
All right, Tony, we'll see you, buddy.
Later, my man.
All right, let's take a time out. We'll come back. Hour 3, Pirate Radio Live. Morgan Ahlers joins us, and we're going to open up the Pirate Radio treasure chest. That and a lot more on the way. Back with you on a Friday after this.
That's for you. Answer the call from patients who need plasma. Donations are down, so give plasma at a Grifols Center and receive compensation. Visit grifolsplasma.com. Gonna get that? Answer the call from patients who need plasma and receive up to $700 your first month when you donate at a Grifols Center. Visit grifolsplasma.com.
Take a break from the holiday hustle and bustle with a visit to Jersey Mike's. I'm Wes Shepard, your local Jersey Mike's franchisee in Eastern North Carolina for over 25 years. Let us treat you the best subs in town. We can also take care of any of your catering needs this holiday season, large or small. Plus, we partner with many third-party delivery services that can bring your meal to you. Jersey Mike's, open 7 days a week for lunch and dinner. Everybody likes Jersey Mike's.
Everybody likes Jersey Mike's. Jersey Mike's.
This is Dr. Phil Perdue with Orthopedics East and Sports Medicine Center. My colleagues and I recognize how difficult this time is for everyone in our community. We continue to see patients during the week while taking precautions to keep everyone safe. Our extended care clinic is now open on Saturdays and Sundays from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. so you can avoid the emergency department for your urgent orthopedic care. For more information, please contact us at 757-2663 or visit our website at orthoeast.com.
In studio with Jessica from Fresh Vibes. What's new?
We have been keeping Pirate Nation in Eastern North Carolina healthy for over 5 years now, offering fresh juices, healthy smoothies, salads, soups, sandwiches, acai parfaits, and the best part, we source organic and local. So if you're looking to get healthy, stay healthy, or jumpstart your health journey, come see us at one of our 2 locations, on Charles Boulevard near McAllister's Deli or across from Physicians East on Arlington Boulevard, or order online at localfreshvibes.com. Fresh Vibes, where local meets fresh.
Do you have any real estate questions about buying or selling residential or commercial properties? Are you curious about this current real estate market? Do you need a property manager for all your rental houses? This is proud ECU alum Scott Harris with RE/MAX Preferred Realty and SD Harris Properties, and I would love to help answer every question you have and show you a real estate experience that will be memorable and enjoyable. Every step of the way, I'm here to make your dreams a stress-free reality. Call me today at 347-1857. That's 347-1857. Go Pirates.
Hey folks, Uptown Brewing Company is proud to be your friendly neighborhood brewery. We have an incredible lineup of year-round and seasonal brews available in our tap room, and we're also the home of Billy Beer. The tap room features weekly beer and wine specials, events, and live music on the weekends. Need to book a holiday party? We're happy to accommodate. Our staff goes above and beyond to make you feel welcome and keep your glass full. Come see us at Uptown Brewing Company, 418 Evans Street, Uptown Greenville.
This is Mark Washington with Max Sports Performance at Max Fitness. Our facility has reopened and is following all safety protocols. The best thing you can do to strengthen your immune system is, of course, to work out and exercise on a regular basis. I can assist you as your performance coach. You can also enjoy the benefits of a private facility. Avoid the crowds and work out at Max Fitness. Now is the time to get healthy. Max Fitness, just off Highway 43 in the old Ace Hardware building behind Speedway in Greenville. Call me, Mark Washington, 902-4877.
At Union Bank, we understand you live life on the go. That's why our banking options are designed to serve you, wherever you are. If you want to meet us in person at one of our local branches, complete banking tasks on the go from the mobile app, or bank from your office with convenient remote deposit and cash management services, we're everywhere you need us to be. Whether you're simply managing a busy schedule or an entire business, we're right there with you with personalized service and helpful tools. Call or visit us online at unionbanknc.com. Union Bank is a member FDIC and the Equal Housing Lender.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington. You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Tiebreakers is open every day at 11 a.m. and is the best place to watch your favorite sports while enjoying the best wings in town, along with sandwiches, appetizers, cold beer, and more. Follow Tiebreakers on Facebook and Instagram for daily updates. Now let's head back in to Pirate Radio Live. Here is your host, Clip Brock.
All right, on a bit of an ECU athletics hiatus. Of course, we hit one during the summer where nothing's happening, but outside of the summer, this might be the longest period of time without anything going on. Of course, we don't have Pirate football until the end of December 27th. Monday, it'll be the Military Bowl, Pirates and Boston College. We're with you on that Monday, 10:30 a.m. on the Bud Light pregame tailgate, and we'll wrap up the season on the U.S. Sailor fifth quarter call-in show immediately following the game between the Pirates and the Eagles. ECU basketball does not play until next Friday. So they played on Tuesday, picked up a W over North Carolina A&T, and they're off until next Friday when they'll play Liberty in Charlotte. One home game left against Southern Miss before the Pirates begin conference play against Wichita State on the 29th. Women's basketball team, bit of a break as well as they return to the court on next Thursday on the road at North Carolina A&T. So they played on Monday. They get a long break, extended break as well with exams, everything going on. So not a ton to report on that front. We'll have some practice reports for you, of course, leading up to the Military Bowl, and talk Pirate basketball next week. But not a lot of news and notes on those fronts at the moment, but still plenty to talk about. And we'll do that now on the Fixed NC Live line with Morgan Ahlers, the voice of Dowdy Ficklin Stadium and Minges Coliseum. He joins us on a Friday edition of Pirate Radio Live. Morgan, how you doing, man?
It is Friday, big weekend coming up, and I'm blessed to be here talking to you, Cliff.
And Morgan, we got more football for East Carolina in 2021, and we found out the opponent for the Military Bowl over the weekend. It'll be Boston College taking on East Carolina. And I don't know, we've talked to a lot of people this week and heard the fan reaction. And, you know, people were hoping for maybe a Virginia Tech, or, of course, a North Carolina, maybe even Virginia. So I don't know how high Boston College was up on the pecking order for fans as far as the attractiveness of the game goes. But I don't know, the more we talk about it, think about it, I like the matchup. It's something different, something we haven't seen. So I'm on board. How about you? What do you think about BC and ECU coming up on the 27th?
I think it's going to be a good game. I'm just glad we're bowling. You know, we could have a lot of different options that we could have had, whether it was the Myrtle Beach Bowl, the Fenway Bowl, or the Military Bowl, or the top three ones I think we were considered for. And you know, we're playing Boston College. You go in, we hopefully will come out with a win over an ACC team. I had to get it right there for a minute. And, you know, that propels us into a whole other realm going into next year. So hopefully the Pirates can take care of business over Boston College. And look forward to an exciting 2022.
We haven't had a lot of, you know, practice content. I know the guys started last Thursday, and we'll have more as we lead up to the Military Bowl, but just haven't heard a lot from Mike Houston or the players this week. I know last week, Morgan, before an opponent was announced, it sounded like a lot of it was more for the younger guys as they were able to get out there and showcase things, and also a lot of one-on-one, good on good, as they call it, with our offensive starters versus our defensive starters. Now that we know an opponent, they're getting ready for Boston College. A lot of time to get ready for BC, but these practices, Kevin Monroe, you know, a former player, said from his perspective, these things, man, they're invaluable. How much they can help the team move forward, how much they can help build a program. So I know Mike Houston, thrilled to get that win number 6 and 7, thrilled to go to a bowl, but as a coach, he is absolutely elated to have these extra practices this year.
Yeah, basically it gives you another session of spring football with a real game as the reward instead of just a spring game. And those practices make a difference, and coaches are on the road recruiting right now. National Signing Day is next Wednesday. And, you know, this is, instead of in the past, 5, 6, 7 years, how many it's been, there's no excitement. You go and trying to recruit a kid. This is what we're trying to do is get to a bowl game. Well, now we're going to a bowl. You can talk about that in front of a prospective player, his family, and the player circle, and it makes a big difference. And there's a little excitement when you're talking to them. They said, "This is where we were. This is where we are. This is where we're going, and we want you to be a part of that." So that's a big added plus when it comes to trying to recruit players to East Carolina.
And Morgan, I don't have to ask you what you think about Holton Ahlers and if he'll be back next year or not, because he's made his decision last Saturday. I know he's glad to get that out of the way and move forward. And I just hope, because now everything is so year to year with the coaches, with the players, you wonder if guys are going to hit the portal or if they're going to return. I feel like with Holton coming back, Mike Houston with the contract extension, the year they had this year, for me, I would assume that everybody is on board to come back and, hey, let's win a conference championship. Let's do even better things next year. So stability is a great thing, and it appears the Pirates will have that. And I just hope these other players on the roster kind of feel the same way and have the same buy-in to, hey, let's come back in 2022 and have a big year.
I hope so, too. And from all indications, that's what I'm hearing. That everybody's going to come back with the same mission, trying to win a conference championship. I know yesterday we got a big commitment on the offensive lineman transfer from West Virginia per Hoist the Colors, and Steve and I go, and that's a big thing. I know that they're trying to bring in some other players and a few pieces to the puzzle, and that's where we're at right now. We don't have to go out and get 10, 15, 20 kids that have to come in and play right away. Because it's not fair, number one, to if it's a high school freshman coming in and saying, "Hey, we need you," and you don't have time to develop. But if you can come in and find a piece here or there that makes that puzzle complete, that's a big deal. And that's where East Carolina's at right now. We're just a few little pieces away from having a really successful season this year, which I think we had a tremendously successful season. But next year, you have loftier goals, and you can get those pieces in there. Those goals can be achievable.
That's a good point, Morgan, and that's a huge change from years past, right, where you haven't had to rely on guys to come in and play right away. And some of those guys, when you think about Xavier Smith and Jeremy Lewis, some of those guys playing out of position. They now have new positions than they had when they came in as true freshmen. So a part of that is a COVID year and getting everybody an extra year. But more so than that, it's recruiting and it's player retention and keeping guys within the program and building that way. And that has been a huge turnaround in this football program over the last few years.
It really has. A lot of people talk about that you're getting an extra year from the COVID year. But one of the things you have to remember about that COVID year is that most of the teams, if not all the teams in college football, you got an extra year of playing, but you really didn't have that extra year of being able to work out with your team, work out with your strength and conditioning coach. For 5 or 6 months in there, you are on your own. I mean, we joke about what Holton was doing for a little while at his house, doing the hillbilly workout with the blocks of weights and that kind of
stuff. Oh, yeah.
That's what a lot of players were doing. And, with the nutrition part of it, you saw Bailey Malavik when he came back after that COVID year, his weight was way down. Yet when he started the season last year before he got hurt, he was in the 290, 295 range versus the 250 range. Big difference when you talk about nutrition and working out supervised, because everybody doesn't work out the same. And now that they're back on the same page. They're working out with Big John. It's paid huge dividends to a lot of these players. Jeremy Lewis, goes from a tight end to a defensive lineman, and I thought he had a really, really good year this year. And he's going to do nothing but get better as his time here on the field goes with East Carolina. And it's exciting to see what happens. It's exciting to see another year of strength and conditioning. Winter workouts will start in January and go till February, and then in March they kick off spring football. So, it's a good time for East Carolina. It's a good time to be a Pirate fan in general with basketball and baseball right around the corner. And it's been a long time since we've been able to say that.
No doubt, and it's great to say. Morgan Ahlers joining us on the Fix NC Live Line. East Carolina, 2.5 or so, less than 2.5 weeks from their bowl game in Annapolis. Even a longer layoff for Cincinnati and those teams, just East Carolina being back in a bowl gets me excited about bowl season. And how about the Bearcats? They get in, Morgan, and you didn't know if they got in who they would play. You thought they might be the 4 against Georgia. Georgia gets waxed by Alabama. So once again, the Crimson Tide at the top, and what a test for Cincinnati and Luke Fickell that they get to take on Nick Saban and Alabama in the college football playoff.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how this game shakes out. You know, Cincinnati's been really building toward this for the last 2 or 3 years. Luke Fickell did a good job of building that program and getting some transfers in, some guys that, you know, maybe weren't takes at Ohio State, where his good friend Brian Day's the head coach, and they end up at Cincinnati. And now they're going to be playing Alabama, and Alabama's been there, done that many times. This is Cincinnati's first crack at being there and doing that. Defensively, I think they're as good as anybody in the country. It's going to be really interesting to see some of those matchups, but Alabama is still Alabama, and I think they proved that last week. They struggled 2 weeks ago against Auburn. Offensively came back and won that game, you know, by the skin of their teeth, and then they go and really dominate a number 1 Georgia team. It's going to be an interesting matchup, and I would love to see Cincinnati win it all. I would still say Alabama's probably a 10-point favorite going in. Have you seen the line on that game yet, Cliff?
I think you're close to it. Let me check real quick, though. I cannot recall what that line is for that game. What side would you be on? What kind of game you think it'll be? I mean, how do you pick against Bama?
Yeah, it's hard to pick against Alabama, but I'm telling you, seeing Cincinnati's defense for the last 3-4 years, they've got 2 of the best cornerbacks in the country that I think can play with Alabama, and Alabama's going to be out without one of their best wide receivers, apparently tearing his ACL in the last game against Georgia.
Yeah. It's 13.5, Morgan. The odds say we're going to get a rematch of the SEC championship because Georgia's an 8-point favorite over Michigan in their matchup.
I think Michigan will match up well against Georgia. I just think that they're going to try to be ball control offense if they can, really run the football that they've been able to do all year long against everybody. Their offensive line is real powerful. They've got the transfer from Wake Forest at running back, and which is kind of interesting. He goes from Wake Forest to Michigan, and he's the best running back in the country. That's kind of amazing to me. I'm excited about a lot of these bowl games and those final 4 games of you see right there that we're talking about. Those should be some good matchups. I hate to pick against Cincinnati, but you hate to pick against Alabama. I'm going to go with the Bearcats and cover.
All right, Morgan Ahlers, the pick is in. A lot more time to talk about that one before we get there. Another thing, Morgan, too, then circling back a little bit, but sticking with college football, Pitt, the ACC champions, as they had a dominant second half against Wake Forest on Saturday night. Did you see, Morgan, first of all, the fake slide by Kenny Pickett, and the defensive players kind of held up, and he was able to run all the way for a touchdown? That has now been outlawed. It says anytime the ball carrier begins, simulates, or fakes a feet-first slide, the ball should be declared dead by the on-field officials at that point. This is a memo from the NCAA National Coordinator of Officials, Steve Shaw. So I hate that you have to come up with another rule and over-police everything going on the football field.
I think it's a great rule.
But, I was going to get to my butt. It's totally unfair for the defense.
Get to your butt.
No, the butt is get to the butt. It's totally unfair for the defense to allow a quarterback to be able to do that. So I get it. It's just hard now. How do you determine if the guy was going to do a fake slide or if he's just stopping? I don't know. It's just it's a weird deal.
Well, you can tell when somebody when I actually watched that play when it happened. I was like, "Wow, did you see that?" And he takes off running, but then just as soon as he did that, he scored a touchdown. I said, "That's all kind." I was saying, I said, "That's unfair to the defense."
Yeah,
they're playing by the rules because if the quarterback doesn't slide, in this case, if he goes in and maybe fakes and then he takes a couple of steps and he gets hit, the defensive player is going to be flagged with a 15-yard unsportsmanlike penalty. Right out of the gate. They're going to throw the flag if he gets hit at all, if he slides. So they're pulling up because he's getting. I mean, you can see when you get ready to slide, you sort of lift your leg up, and you get ready to drop down. Generally, you slide, feet first, and then your butt hits. Unlike Holton, who usually slides with his butt first and his feet up, and he flails. Anyway, we won't get into that one. But you look at it; it's unfair to the defense.
Yeah,
because they're doing what they're supposed to do, and from a safety standpoint, they're going to. If they didn't do this, the defense is going to go, okay, you look like you were going to slide, and I'm going to hit you anyway. Then you're going to get some quarterbacks hurt,
and probably flags and targeting and all that stuff too.
That's right. So I think it's a good rule. I thought it was a heads-up play that he did when it happened.
Yeah.
But just as soon as it happened, I was going like, man, that's just not cool play. But those guys, there were three guys. You could see them. They all said in their brains, he's getting ready to slide. They pulled up. And when he didn't, there's nothing you can do because all their momentum has stopped, and there's no way they could catch up with him.
We will forever know it as the Kenny Pickett rule after he performed that move the other night against Wake Forest in a win. Morgan, NFL Sunday, the Washington football team has dragged me back in. I'm on board. I'm excited because they have a big game with the Cowboys. Washington sitting at 6-6, good enough for 6th in the NFC if the playoffs started today, and only 2 back of Dallas. I thought, and I still think, Dallas will win this division and win it by 2, 3, 4 games. But Dallas has come back down to earth. Washington has been on a roll, has not lost since October, and Morgan sets up a fun rivalry game coming up in Washington on Sunday.
Yeah, that should be a really cool game. That was one of the premier games for many, many years, and these two teams going at it. I think Dallas, though, is starting to get their mojo back, their swag back a little bit from some injuries. You got Amari Cooper coming back. I know you don't like to hear that. But then, they got, in my opinion, probably, and Parsons probably the defensive player of the year. He's the second Lawrence Taylor.
Well, either him or Diggs, the DB, who's getting all the interceptions, right? Who's his teammate?
But I think if you watch the interceptions that are thrown, I saw a story earlier this week. They were talking about the pressure that Parsons is putting on the quarterback.
Yeah.
That makes those interceptions possible sometimes. Like 4 of those, he was about ready to hit the quarterback when he got rid of it. It's just, they've got a chance to be special for a long time, and I know you don't like to hear, but I'm gonna have to go to the Cowboys on this one, bud.
I don't know if we can keep up with them offensively. I think Dallas will score. I don't know if we have enough bullets in the chamber to keep up with them when it comes to putting points on the board. Morgan, we'll wrap it up with some basketball talk, and East Carolina on a bit of a hiatus. They will play next week against Liberty in Charlotte. The Pirates perfect at home, and 2 out of the last 3 games, it's been the Vance Jackson show with some J.J. Miles in there as well. But Vance he's been that guy that we might thought he'd be heading into the year, and that's been good to see.
It has, and it's been good to see East Carolina not relying on one player to score points.
Yeah.
They're, like the other night, I think they had 4 players in double figures, which hasn't happened very often here at East Carolina. You got Tristan Newton that can score, JJ can score.
And the other night, Morgan, you had Brandon Suggs out in the second half and Luigi DeBow, Alonzo Frink out for the entire game. I mean, don't overlook that with the way they won that game the other night.
Yeah, it was impressive. I think they're playing well. It's going to be a good test against Liberty a week from Friday. That's going to be a good test in the Hall of Fame Classic, I think, in Charlotte. Speaking of Charlotte,
yeah.
Before we go, I saw this morning, and we haven't heard from him in a while, but LeVar Ball talking about LaMelo Gilo, or what is his son?
Yeah.
They said, does he ever go? They were asking LeVar, does LaMelo ever go to Michael for basketball advice? And LeVar says, why would he go ask Michael for basketball advice? What has he won lately? Won a championship in years.
That's like saying, why would I read a book from Vince Lombardi? What has that guy done lately?
Well,
nothing.
My first thought in my brain was, because it's been on TV a lot lately, the Forrest Gump. Stupid is as stupid does, sir.
Well, first of all, who asked him this? What show was? Oh, he's on. Okay, that explains it. Stephen A. Smith and them.
I'm like,
I was against, and this isn't fair to LaMelo, I was against drafting him just because of LeVar Ball, but I gotta say, he has not been in the spotlight. I never hear about LeVar Ball, and LaMelo Ball has been great, so I'm glad they made that pick.
It's the first time I've heard about it, but when he says something stupid like that,
I know.
Talk about it.
It's terrible. It just reminds you of why it's better when he's gone and not in the spotlight.
When's the last time he won a championship? He's been retired for, 15 years now?
Yeah.
But he won a whole bunch, and he's the GOAT.
Why is it called the Cy Young Award, Morgan? That guy hadn't done anything in, decades, millenniums, centuries.
Come on. Man.
Come on, man. Morgan, what you got going on this weekend?
Well, we got wedding.
Yeah.
Married this weekend, so we're doing that.
All right.
So that's this weekend.
All right.
So we're going to be hanging out.
Enjoy it. Have a good time, and we'll talk to you again soon, man. Have a great weekend. Appreciate you joining us, Morgan.
You too, bud. Clip Brock, you are the man.
All right, I'll take that. Thank you, Morgan. Morgan Ahlers joining us today on Pirate Radio Live as we get you ready for the weekend, and once again, a weekend without ECU athletics for the first time in a long time. All right, Shirley Rhodes. It's December. It's Pirate Radio Live, and I think it's time to give away an awesome prize and open up the treasure chest here on a Friday. 317-1250, 317-1250. Your chance to be a big winner. We got a ton of prizes left in the 2021 Pirate Radio Treasure Chest. We've got some prizes that have already been given away. We'll run down the list of what is available, what has been won, and we'll talk to our winner coming up today on Pirate Radio Live right now, 317-1250. Looking for caller number 12. And we'll talk to our winner when we return on Pirate Radio Live after this.
Hey Pirate fans, this is Cliff Godwin. I want to invite you to join our team on Saturday, February 5th for our 2022 Pirate Baseball Banquet. This event will be hosted by Pirate Radio's Brian Bailey, and we have two former ECU greats as our keynote speakers. Current first base coach for the Dodgers, Clayton McCullough, and current Oriole, Connor Norby. We will have a silent auction and an autograph hour at the ECU Student Center. The meal will be provided by the famous McCall's Barbecue and Seafood. All proceeds from the banquet will go directly to ECU Baseball. Get your tickets today at ECUPirates.com. Go Pirates!
This year, US Cellular's making a big deal out of the holidays. You can choose any phone from any brand free. That's right, any phone you see in our store is free. And get unlimited data for our best price of the season. Just $30 a month per line with 4 lines. Feel the locally grown joy from US Cellular, America's locally grown wireless. Limited time offer. Terms apply. See uscellular.com for details.
This is Brandon Tate, owner and operator of Atlantic Wireless, an authorized agent for US Cellular since 1997. Visit atlanticwireless.com to find the store near you. We go beyond the call.
There's no better time to drive away with a quality pre-owned car, truck, or SUV from Greenville Auto World. Greenville Auto World is your authorized rough country dealer. We specialize in lift and leveling kits along with custom wheel packages. Whether you're looking for ground clearance or enhancing the appearance of your vehicle, trust our team for your off-road experience. Greenville Auto World, 3840 South Charles Boulevard across from Hardee's at Bell's Fork, or online at greenvilleautoworld.net.
With Domino's Carside Delivery, you can carry out any 3-topping pizza for just $7.99 without leaving your car. So you don't have to interrupt your kid's favorite song.
And we'll all be friends just for one. You can interrupt this, actually.
Next time you carry out 3-topping pizzas for $7.99 each, try Domino's Carside Delivery. Just pull up to the store, check in online, and Domino's will bring your food to you contact-free. Carry out only. You must ask for this limited time offer. Prices, participation, and charges may vary. Excludes XL and specialty pizzas. Crust availability varies by size. Message and data rates may apply when using Domino's Carside Delivery.
For the latest from the world of golf, tune in every Saturday morning from 8 to 10 for the Golf Shop Radio Show. Hosts Mark Greenhelves and Matt Blanchard talk golf from tee to green and everything in between. If you like golf, you're gonna love Golf Shop Radio. Before you tee up, drop on in. Welcome to the Golf Shop.
Hi, I'm Annalie Newhoff.
And I'm Rob Campbell.
And we are with CopyPro. We have been locally owned and operated here in Eastern North Carolina for almost 50 years. CopyPro is the leader in office technology.
Does your business struggle with keeping printing costs low or producing professional documents? Here at CopyPro, total customer satisfaction is our #1 priority.
We have a variety of solutions to help reduce your printing expenses and make your business more productive. Call us today at 1-800-682-6558 or online at copypro.net.
CopyPro, we are the professional office systems people.
Sawyer's Fun Park is the place to be this holiday season. You know the kids already love it, but now the adults can have fun too. Visit the brand new expanded patio at Sawyer's Fun Park. On Wednesdays, it's karaoke. Thursday is open mic night, and Friday and Saturday evenings always feature live music. Let the kids have a blast hanging out at Sawyer's Fun Park, and now you can have as much fun too. And remember, it's never too early to buy gift cards. Sawyer's Fun Park, fun for kids of all ages, including adults. Sawyer's Fun Park on Corey Road in Winterville.
ASAP Party and Tent Rentals is your one-stop shop for weddings, anniversaries, corporate events, family reunions, birthday parties, or any celebration with friends and family. ASAP Party and Tent Rentals has the widest selection of tents, tables, chairs, linens, china, concession equipment, bounce rides, games, staging, wedding equipment, dance floors, and so much more. At ASAP Party and Tent Rentals, we help people get together. Call today at 756-7903. ASAP Party and Tent Rentals, locally owned and operated on Diamond Drive in Greenville near Agri-Supply and Equipment Plus.
Hi, this is Brian Meador from East Carolina Athletics. You're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. It was a good day for the stock market to close out the week. The Dow was up 216 points at 35,970. NASDAQ was ahead 113 points at 15,630, and the S&P was up 44 at 4,712. That's your Wells Fargo Advisors financial report. For a personal look into investing, call Wells Fargo Advisors today at 756-6900 in Greenville. Wells Fargo Advisors, LLC, member SIPC. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip Rock.
All righty. We have a winner on the line. That winner's name is not Chad, who just tweeted he called 100 times today. How do you dial that many times? Shirley, how long do you think the time is between, well, the first call starts when we hear the chest sound effect, but when you answer caller 1 and when you get to 12? I mean, we're talking about less than 30. Is it 30 seconds? Is it a minute?
No. It's probably, I would say, anywhere from a minute and a half to maybe close to 2 minutes, depending.
All right, so 2 minutes. How do you call 100 times? Steve Hill called, he gave me a number. I think it was 78 times today.
Maybe they have some of those birds dialing for them that we talked about yesterday.
Pets, animals, strangers. You could go on Craigslist and hire someone to call in the treasure chest. Not a bad idea.
Could do that.
But Chad, Steve, and a lot of folks did not win today. It's all right. We got more prizes to give away next week. In fact, let's bring on our winner. Her name is Hannah Manning. Hannah, hello.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I know you and some of your family members have won prizes in the past, but have you or anyone in that Manning household been a treasure chest winner in the past?
Never, ever. First timer.
A first timer.
Wow.
Very good.
Okay.
Very good. Shirley, you want to run down the prizes so we can let Hannah know what's in there real quick?
Why, yes. Yes, I do.
All right. Start us out, Shirley.
Pirate gift basket from UBE.
Takeout party for 10 from Parker's Barbecue.
$100 gift card from Emporium.
$100 gift card from Chico's.
Lazy Boy recliner from Bostic Sug Furniture.
$100 gift card to ENS Hemp Company.
$100 gift card to Fleet Feet.
Ultimate party package from Sawyer's Fun Park.
$200 gift card to Factory Mattress.
$140 gift card to Revive Health and Wellness.
Gift basket to Naughty Dog Brewing Company.
$100 gift card to Halo.
$100 gift card to Bagel Man.
And Busch Light neon sign, Bud Light cooler, beach chair, and 2 15-packs of Bud Light from Carolina Eagle Distributing. So we still got a bunch of great prizes in the treasure chest. Hannah, any of those tickle your fancy?
Chico's, a Lazy Boy. I mean, anything. I'm just happy to get through and be a winner.
All right. Hannah, I got to ask the Troy D question. Tell everybody what you do, because we like getting in our listeners' business.
I do ultrasounds for an OB office here in town, Greenville Women's.
That is awesome. That's cool stuff. And Hannah has a crazy husband and even a crazier father-in-law. I do know that. And we're going to give you a prize, Hannah, but you have to make a promise, okay? You have to promise not to share it with Brandon.
Promise.
If I find out...
Wait. Can he hear us?
If I find out Brandon uses any of your prize, I'm going to revoke it, Hannah. All right. Especially the Lazy Boy. That'd be great if Hannah had her own Lazy Boy and wouldn't let Brandon sit in it. That'd be fantastic.
Oh, that would be.
All right, so...
But I get to sit in more than him.
Are y'all going to the bowl game, Hannah?
We are not. Mm-mm.
Saving the money for Omaha, right?
That's right. That's exactly right.
That'll be awesome. All right. Well, are you ready to open it up, Shirley?
Yeah.
All right, let's open it up. I got it right here. There is a chest and a smaller chest, and now I will pick out a prize. It's like the second time I've been able to announce a prize, so I'm excited.
Well, I no longer announce the prizes because I was told I was supposed to let the guests do it.
We only don't have a guest, so it's going to be me. And how about this?
Oh!
The Babe Ruth calling her shot. Hannah, you are the proud winner of a $100 gift card from Chico's.
Woo! Yes. I will not let Brandon Manning.
This is perfect. Hannah gets what she wants, Brandon gets none of it, and everybody has a Merry Christmas. All right, Hannah, we will contact you. LRB will contact you on Monday and tell you how you can redeem your prize. And thank you for being a loyal listener, Pirate fan, and thanks for checking us out today.
Yes, thank you. You guys have a good night.
All right, you too. Thank you. There is Hannah Manning, and Brandon Manning, great guy, comes on, talks some baseball.
Yeah, we like to just poke fun at Brandon. We kid because we love him.
And why? Because he is like the biggest junk talker you'll meet. So you got to go back at him or you stand no chance. But
that is true.
That's the first time this year, Shirley. It's happened in the past, but the first time I can recall this year that a caller has called their shot. We always throw out the prizes. And like Hannah says, and a lot of callers say, I'm just happy to be here. Well, I'll take whatever.
Well, because look how difficult it is just to get through.
Yeah. So you're thankful you got in, but the first thing she said on the list was Chico's. And that's
what she walked away with.
What she'll win. So there we go. We got another winner. And we will, let's see. We have 8 shows left, Shirley. And we have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13. So we have 13 prizes left, I believe. So that math says...
we got to start doubling up.
We're going to start doubling up, folks.
And stay tuned on our social media coming up next week. There's a interesting prize that we're getting ready to... that we're going to throw in the pot here.
Oh, I heard about that today.
Yeah, so that's going
in the chest?
I believe so.
I think so, yeah.
I think that's what Jonathan said earlier today. So if that's the case, then that's going... we'll have all the details on our social media platforms. So if you don't follow us on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram, you might want to get on there because we'll have all the details for you next week.
Congratulations to Hannah Manning winning the Chico's gift card. She joins Mark Hall, who won the 12 large pizzas from Domino's. David Stahl won the $100 gift card to Fresh Vibes. Kerry Brown won the $100 gift card to Tiebreakers. Yesterday, Jim Dillon took home $100 in gift cards to the Dap House, Christie's Europub, Sidebar, and Jarvis Street Bottle Shop. Also, Jeff Dover won a $100 gift card to Purple Blossom Yoga Studio. A $100 gift card to Jersey Mike's went to Bob Morford, and Patrick Brown took home the free VIP subscription to Hoist the Colors. But again, a lot of great prizes left inside the treasure chest. We'll open it back up on Monday, and we're going to have to start doubling down soon, so might do a double coming up on Monday.
Yeah, I think we're going to have to double up just about the entire week.
All right, let's get another break in. We'll come back. We'll have more for you on Pirate Radio Live here on a Friday. We are back with you after this.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Tom Brown from Brown & Wood Buick GMC Truck. We've been serving the Pirate Nation in Eastern North Carolina for 83 years. We have 4 brands, 3 generations, 2 showrooms, and 1 goal to make sure you leave a happy customer.
This month at Brown & Wood, get an all-new 2021 Buick Encore GX and save over $2,000 off, or 0% for 72 months. And as always, Brown & Wood is the home of the lifetime powertrain warranty.
We're located on Greenville Boulevard next to the Convention Center, or shop us online at brownandwoodauto.com.
Everyone's favorite holiday tradition is back for 2021. Dance Arts Theater presents The Nutcracker, December 11th and 12th at Rod Auditorium on the campus of ECU. Proceeds from this special event will be donated to the Children's Hospital at Vidant Medical Center in Greenville. Come experience the magic as Dance Arts Theater celebrates their 29th season of this family holiday favorite. There are 3 performances to choose from. Purchase your tickets now by calling 1-800-ECU-ARTS. That's 1-800-ECU-ARTS.
'Tis the season to be holly jolly and healthy. Purple Blossom Yoga Studio is Greenville's premier freestanding studio, locally owned and operated right in the heart of Uptown Greenville on Evans Street. Purple Blossom Yoga offers a wide variety of yoga classes, aerial yoga, sound baths, private group sessions, and more. Purple Blossom Yoga's holiday gift card event is the perfect gift to put under the tree. It's the gift that will keep on giving, health and wellness all year round. Visit us online at purpleblossomyogastudio.com or our social media for our class and event schedule, studio information, and more. Purple Blossom Yoga, where your health and mindset collide and help you transform into a new you.
Hey, this is John Grillo, the Bagel Man. You know I love bagels. I don't settle for frozen bagels. That's why we make our bagels right here in Greenville from scratch every day. If you're coming into Bagel Man, you'll notice that there's some renovation going on. Our menu is bigger and better than ever. Our sandwiches, heroes, subs, salads, wraps, bagel dogs, fresh baked pastries, and our new coffee bar. Soon we're going to be opening for dinner. Don't forget Bagel Man for all your catering needs on Fire Tower Road in Greenville.
Hey, this is Glenn from Naughty Life in Washington. If you're looking for a great Christmas gift for family or friends, we've got something perfect for you, featuring apparel, hats, candles, designer bags, sunglasses, Yeti, to decor for your home, plus Christmas ornaments, and so much more. And as always, we have the absolute best gift wrapping provided with all purchases, and the wrapping is totally free. Naughty Life, located on Main Street in the heart of downtown Washington. From the entire Naughty Life team, we wish you and your family a very Merry Christmas.
Football is back at Familia. Enjoy Familia's Sunday brunch featuring shrimp and grits, made-to-order omelets, French toast, and drink specials like $3 mimosas, beer mimosas, or $5 Bloody Marys. Feed the family with Familia's pizza special of buy one, get the second one half off every Sunday. And Familia's drive-thru window is open and ready for all takeout orders. Familia, Fire Tower Road near Pitt Community College, and FamiliaNC.com.
Dear past, present, and future football watchers. Football is back! Just how you remembered it. Tailgates with an ice-cold Pepsi in hand? Totally back. That between-play sprint to the fridge for more Pepsi is back, baby! I really missed this. Anyways, consider this your official excuse for always putting football watching first, courtesy of Pepsi. That haircut appointment? Your mom told us you look great, so you should probably reschedule. Seeing the in-laws for the first time in ages.
It's been so long.
Nope, sorry, Susan. Not if it's on Sunday. Long story short, after the year we've all had, we think you could use a little football watching. So crack open a Pepsi and cheer your football watching face off. With love, Pepsi. Made for football watching. That's what I like.
Hi, this is Billy Parker from Parker's Barbecue. Did you know that we cater? Let us cater your next private event, church gathering, or backyard party. From traditional pig pickings to regular chopped barbecue, Parker's has anything you need. Parker's, where you're always treated like family.
Pirate Radio is the voice of Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back to Club Christmas. For the latest breaking news, interesting stories, and awesome contests that can make you a winner, be sure to follow Pirate Radio on our social media on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at PR927FM. Join the over 50,000 followers today. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip Rock.
All right, back with you on Pirate Radio Live. Steve Hill says the treasure chest is rigged. Kevin Ainge called 92 times yesterday.
Jeez.
So people are trying. Tough to get in. Susan Deans did not have a birthday win.
Oh,
happy birthday.
Happy birthday,
Happy
Susan.
birthday regardless.
Panthers fan, Susan, long time, a loyal listener, but could not get the win today inside the treasure chest. So we have more prizes than shows left in December, which means we're going to start doubling up. John Moody asked, how are we looking on 40 bowls in 14 days count? And John, we have 8 shows left. I think we have like 26 bowls. So 8 times 3 is 4. We try to go 3 a day, and we'll have 3 and then a couple days with 4, and we'll be all right.
How many we do today?
Only 1, because I forgot to do one with Tony.
Chandler, get in there.
Actually, here's what I want to do. John, you're listening. Whoever, if a caller wants to be a part of 40 bowls in 14 days, call in right now. And you can pick our next game.
The phones are going to light up. You do realize that, right?
I don't know. Some people don't care, don't want to pick a bowl game. Maybe somebody does. 317-1250. If you want to pick a bowl game right now, you can be a part of it. We did hour 1 with Brian North, right? I forgot to write his name down. Yeah. So John or whoever, if you're listening, you can call in because I don't have anything planned this segment.
Wow.
The
phone's ringing.
Operators are standing by. All right, we might have a caller, and if this caller wants to jump on, we're going to open up 40 bowls in 14 days. If we have multiple callers, I guess we could do multiple games because we only have 1 game done today.
Hang on 1 second. I'll put you through.
All right, let's see who we got here. First of all, who we got here, Shirley?
We got John Moody.
All right. Boom. John loves 40 bowls in 14 days. And if you want to get that one, too, we might...
all my lines are lit up.
All right. Let's just do the first 2.
First 2, okay.
But go ahead and hit the mute. Well, John, what's up, buddy?
What's up, man?
All right, John, you kind of reminded me we need to get on the ball here and start picking some games. So we're going to let you pick a game. Shirley, hit the music real quick.
40 bowls in 14 days, 14 days, 14 days, 40 bowls in 14 days, oh my goodness. 40 bowls in 14 days, 14 days, 14 days, 40 bowls in 14 days, 14 days.
Rock 40 bowls, 14 days, 40 bowls, 14 days, 40 bowls, 14 days, 40 bowls, 14 days.
14 days. All right. 40 bowls in 14 days.
And we do have a second one to pick as well.
John Moody, longtime listener, was taken off of his P1 listener status after false information. He's back on. Did have a bit of a hiccup with Troy yesterday. I think that's been resolved. So, John, you're in good standing right now as far as Pirate Radio goes.
Just in time for Christmas.
You're on the nice list. All right, you got a great game here, John. And to be honest, I have not dove into all these matchups. This is a great game.
I hope it's the famous Idaho Potato Bowl.
We already did that one earlier today, Johnny boy.
Dang it.
But you got the one later that night, 7:30 on Tuesday, December 21st. This is the Frisco Bowl. This is 7:30 on ESPN, and it's 12-1 UTSA, meet the Roadrunners, versus number 24 San Diego State, 11-2 on the year. Great matchup, John. UTSA versus San Diego State, Roadrunners, Aztecs. Who you got?
Give me UTSA.
Me.
Number.
All right, they won their conference championship game, and now we'll try to beat San Diego State to get their 13th win of the season. Future AAC opponent. We'll be seeing the Roadrunners in Dowdy-Ficklin Stadium in a few years. John, well done, man. I hope you can be talking to me as a treasure chest winner later on this month.
Yeah, I'm going to say I'll talk to you next Thursday.
Oh, all right. Calling his shot.
That's a big call your shot.
I like it. All right. Well, we'll talk to you next Thursday, John.
We'll talk to you Thursday.
All right. There he is. I love the confidence.
That is a lot of confidence.
Love that confidence. All right. Well, this is fun. We're going to knock out another one here today. Shirley Rhodes, who do we have on the line?
Okay, we have Robert Dietrich.
Robert Dietrich. What's up, Robert?
What's up, boys?
All right, we're going to have you pick a bowl game, but first, I think we need to hear that intro again.
Absolutely.
Hit it, Shirley Rhodes. Let's get fired up.
40 bowls in 14 days, 14 days, 14 days, 40 bowls in 14 days, oh my goodness. 40 bowls in 14 days, 14 days, 14 days, 40 bowls in 14 days, 14 days.
40 bowls, 14 days, 40 bowls, 14 days, 40 bowls, 14 days, 40 bowls, 14 days.
All right, Robert. This matchup, not as attractive as the last one. But you do get the Armed Forces Bowl. This will be December 22nd. That's a Wednesday, 8 o'clock on ESPN. And are you going to support the troops and take Army? Or are you going to go SEC and take Missouri? 6-6 Missouri Tigers versus Army in the Armed Forces Bowl. Who you got?
I'm going to take Army, believe it or not.
You can't go against Army in the Armed Forces Bowl, right? I mean,
Yeah, I don't know, man. Missouri, they don't look as good as I thought they were. I think Army can control the clock and sneak one on them.
all right. I wonder what the line is on this game. I'll check it out. Are you into bowl season, Robert? You going to be watching a lot of these?
Yeah, I'll watch a good portion of them. Am I picking a winner here, or am I playing the spread?
No, you're just picking a winner straight up. I'm just curious as to what the... In fact, there might not be a line because Army plays coming up tomorrow against Navy.
Yeah.
So I don't even know if there is a line on this game yet. They'll probably wait till Army plays. So, yeah, I'm not seeing any. Oh, here we go. Army by 3.5 over Missouri. So there's the line. All right, Robert, you a Pirate fan?
Yes, sir.
You going to the bowl game?
Yes, sir. I'm going to make it.
Awesome, man. Well, have fun up there. And like I said to John, maybe we'll be talking to you again this month if you can be a treasure chest winner.
Sounds good.
All right, man. Have a good weekend. Thank you.
Sure. Love the show, boys.
All right. Appreciate it, man. There's Robert calling in. Also heard from John Moudet. A little impromptu 40 bowls in 14 days pickoff with our listeners because I forgot to ask Tony and I forgot to ask Morgan. So,
well, quite frankly, I've been having that problem all day today. I was telling CJ something and I flubbed all through it. But I think we should do it. I think we should have the listeners pick them this time.
Well, if we got to triple up, maybe one day.
We'll do this again. We'll do this again where
I'm not saying everyone.
Yeah.
I'm just saying out of the ones that we have.
It was kind of fun.
Maybe, that was kind of fun.
If people are into it, then sure. But we'll continue to ask our guests, and since we have so many of these to pick, we'll get the listeners back involved. Yeah. Robert taking Army to beat Missouri. John Moody has UTSA knocking off San Diego State, and we'll resume this on Monday's edition of Pirate Radio Live. What do we do for the ECU game when we get to that? Do we just have whoever pick it like a normal game, or do we? I don't know. Maybe we should have a special guest for that one.
I think we should have a special guest for that one.
Calling Vince McMahon.
If he'd ever pick up the phone.
We'll figure that out once we get there. All right, let's get our last break in. We'll come back. Get ready to wrap up a Friday edition of Pirate Radio Live and send you off into your weekend. We're back with you after this.
Hey, Troy D here with my good friend Kelvin Rawls from Pest Tech. Kelvin, I just want to thank you and Chris and all the great folks at Pest Tech for such awesome service. You totally eliminated the mosquitoes in my backyard, plus the fire ant problem I was having in the yard.
Hey, you're certainly welcome, Troy. I have heard the same thing from all of our customers through the year of COVID. With everyone being home, they want to enjoy the outside and being mosquito, fire ant, and pest-free.
Enjoy all your property from the kitchen to the curb. Visit pesttechofgreenville.com today for complete service. The Buccaneer Music Hall is your beacon of music in the land of pirates and ENC. Open 7 days a week from noon until 2 a.m., the Buck features live music every night of the week. Tuesday is karaoke with DJ Captain Morgan. Wednesday is acoustic night. Thursday is the DJ dance party. And Friday and Saturday nights, it's live bands. Check out the Buck's Facebook or Instagram page for more information. The Buccaneer Music Hall. We'll see you at the Buck.
Be sure to check out David Price Construction for all of your commercial or custom residential renovation and building needs. Run by ECU alumni, David Price Construction specializes in commercial projects, maintenance on facilities, and large-scale residential renovations and additions. Proud to be voted the Remodeler of the Year by the Home Builders Association of Raleigh-Wake County in 2018 and Best Business Commercial Remodel Project winner for 2020. David Price Construction, the proud ECU Home Services partner.
If you wake up in the morning with a backache, feeling more tired than you did when you went to bed, you probably need a new mattress. And the best place to get that mattress is Factory Mattress. Hi, I'm Kirk Smith, General Manager. For more than 40 years, Factory Mattress has been Greenville and Wilson's local mattress dealer. We guarantee the lowest price on the area's best selection with over 50 models to choose from. No seconds or overruns. Factory Mattress offers only first quality direct from the manufacturer. Sealy Posturepedic, Beauty Rest, Stearns & Foster, and Tempur-Pedic. The most highly trained sales associates with over 60 years of combined experience. Same as cash financing with zero interest up to 48 months and free local delivery. Face it, to have a good day, you've got to have a good night. So sleep better knowing you saved money at Factory Mattress. Locally owned on Greenville Boulevard in Greenville, on Forest Hills Road in Wilson, on the web at factorymattressusa.com, and a proud member of Pirates Supporting Pirates.
Great food, great atmosphere, and great service is Ottavola Market Cafe. Ottavola is simply a restaurant that focuses on that, being a great restaurant. There's something for everyone at Ottavola. The menu offers a variety of great choices like pastas, pizzas, sandwiches, soups, salads, and seasonal rotating selections. Lunch or dinner, Ottavola is always the right call. Call ahead and get Ottavola to go, or stop by the bar for a drink with friends. It's simple. Come and eat at Ottavola Market Cafe, Red Banks Road next to Food Lion, and OttavolaMarket.com. Ottavola, Pirates Supporting Pirates.
University PC Care has been busier than ever repairing personal PC and Mac computers and iPhones during this pandemic. And we thank you for your support. Now, with everyone streaming and doing work from school and home, you may have discovered that your home Wi-Fi just isn't cutting it. It may be time to upgrade your home network, and University PC Care can help. To make a network assessment appointment and discover upgrade options that fit your home, go to talktowilliam.com or learn more at universitypccare.com. Have you ever seen those exotic aquariums like the guys do in Las Vegas on television? You ever thought about having one of these aquariums in your business? It's more affordable than you think. This is Hal Pruitt with rentafishtank.com. We can make having an aquarium in your business turnkey with no work, cleaning, or hassles for you. Rentafishtank.com creates a relaxing atmosphere and keeps children occupied. Rentafishtank.com already services many dental, pediatric, and doctor offices, plus hospitals and senior living centers. Check us out at rentafishtank.com.
This is ECU head baseball coach Cliff Godwin, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. A quick look at your Bucks scoreboard for tonight in the NBA. The Hornets host the Kings at 7 o'clock. It'll be the Mavs at the Pacers for a 7 o'clock tip-off. The Atlanta Hawks take on the Brooklyn Nets tonight at 7:30, as does the Raptors and the Knicks. And the Bucks will be on the road at the Rockets for an 8 o'clock tip-off. And then the Phoenix Suns will host the Boston Celtics. That tip-off is at 10 o'clock. That's your Bucks scoreboard, brought to you by the Buccaneer Music Hall, your beacon of music in the land of the Pirates in eastern North Carolina. They're open from noon until 2 a.m. with live music every night. And follow the Buck on Facebook and Instagram for an updated schedule, and we'll see you at the Buck. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip Brock.
The Buck.
Chandler.
The Buck.
Thank you.
Chandler, good job training CJ this week and also being in studio. You have one fan out there. Well, you got two. You got the guy on YouTube that likes you and the guy we saw in the UB parking lot.
There's a fan here in the studio. He's got 3.
Wow.
Oh.
Welcome to the Bad Joke Club.
Guys, it's been a pleasure being a part of this show.
My pleasure. CJ, good job this week.
Thank you.
I appreciate the bad joke, by the way, CJ.
Thank you. Somebody has to.
I say that not knowing if you've actually done a good job. It's more like a pleasantry. I'll ask Shirley how you've done when you leave today. Oh,
see,
he's done a really good job.
Chandler said I did a great job, but y'all can't hear it.
Yeah.
Confirmed.
You did a great job.
Okay.
Great job.
Now you're overdoing it. Now I think you're being sarcastic. Thank y'all for tuning in this week. We will see you back here next week if you hadn't gotten in the treasure chest. No problem. You got plenty of time. It's all right. Relax, people. Get your dialing techniques ready to go for Monday. We'll rejoin you then, Monday, 3 o'clock, for an all-new edition of Pirate Radio Live. Have a great weekend. So long, everybody.
Thanks for listening to Pirate Radio Live, an exclusive presentation of the voice of the Pirate Nation. This is Pirate Radio,